Overrated! 20 years I've been trying to nab this menace. Now every time I go on the internet, it's greatest trilogy ever made. Absolute cinema. Pizza time. You know, for somebody who's famously sticky, since when did the Spider-Man become untouchable?
But I mean, you gotta kind of admit, the train scene still kind of rules.
Willem Dafoe, kind of unmatched.
Oh
right?
boy, yeah.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Bonesaw is ready.
Let's go. Hey,
What?
how's the pie?
So good.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. If it's more about the memes than the people he saved, he's a menace. I want dirt, bad CGI, plot holes, cringy dialogue. If a flagpole is bent over the wrong way in one of these movies, I want to know about it.
Well, JJ, good Spider-Man movies aren't about flagpoles or whatever. They're actually about lighting and good
And what if they're still kind of awesome?
Oh, well, you know, I never really thought about it that way. In that case, you're fired. Bring me Spider-Man.
Welcome back to Beyond the Dune Sea. Today, our assignment from the Daily Bugle is simple. Investigate the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy and determine whether these movies and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man really deserve the legendary status they've built up for the last 2 decades.
Or is it all just nostalgia wrapped in a web?
So today, we're crawling in deep into these films.
And at the end, we'll give Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man his official web-slinger report card.
And determine once and for all,
Hero?
or menace.
Who am I? You sure you want
Matrix music.
Is it?
Yep.
No way, really?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I did not know
This is
that.
Neo becoming the one.
somebody lied?
What did you think when you saw this for the first time?
I'll be honest, I didn't.
Really?
My fandom started with Spider-Man 2.
Oh, okay. I remember. I don't even know what movie I was seeing, but I saw the original teaser trailer, not this one, but the one with the towers. And I remember I didn't say a word about the movie. I just talked about this trailer. It was like, guys, they're making a Spider-Man movie. This is the craziest thing in the entire universe.
It's happening.
Well, I remember being a little kid and someone being like, hey, in the year 2000, they're going to make a Spider-Man movie. And this was like 95, 96. People were saying in the next several years, they're going to make one. And, 2 years later, they did actually there was a Spider-Man movie. So it's kind of wild. So
the 2000 energy is all over the place in this trailer.
Well, I was going to say too, this whole thing gives you so much whiplash because it shows you like the whole movie.
Every trailer back then did.
I feel like that we had a good renaissance at one point where it was like a teaser trailer was truly a teaser trailer. This just shows you everything. Like, it's kind of wild. But I mean, I like it. It's out of control. It's showing you all kinds of stuff. That's a nice transition between Willem Dafoe and Norman and the Goblin. That's awesome. So I mean,
so good.
I don't know.
It does get you hyped.
It does. I gotta wait till it cuts back in because this is it's gonna come here in a second.
I'm Spider-Man.
Oh, this song. So this is by ES Posthumous. Yeah. So this song's called Pompeii. They made this is a lost art. They just made movies trailer songs basically.
I didn't know
Band's
that.
no longer in existence anymore. But I remember thinking I have to find this song because I liked it so much.
Wow, you got all the deets. This is great. The blood.
Oh no! Yeah. Oh no! Are they gonna find out he's Spider-Man?
This really showed you this is hype.
Everything.
Yeah.
All kinds of
You
stuff.
know what? I'll be honest. I don't know that I've actually ever watched this trailer.
Yeah.
I've watched the Towers trailer.
Yeah. Spider-Man.
Oh,
Superman,
that's such a funny line.
Exactly.
Too.
And then crowd laughs.
Wow. Nailed it.
Yes.
So that's the trailer for Spider-Man 1, directed by Sam Raimi and starring the friendly
Neighborhood. There might
Tobey
be someone
Maguire.
else that's amazing.
We need to get this started. First of all, the poster.
Yeah.
Well, you need a good impression on a movie.
It's true.
Right? And so with Spider-Man...
So good that it makes the DVD cover.
Well, this is the Blu-ray.
Exactly.
So good that years later,
Yes,
it hits
we're
the
still
Blu-ray
using
release.
it. Yeah.
So it's a nice first impression.
Because back in the day, this is what got butts and seats.
It is.
Is it walking past it? Ooh, What's that?
Yeah.
I want to go see that.
That's Spider-Man.
It is Spider-Man.
It has been over 20 years since this movie came out. Some people say it's the best. Well, some people say these movies are the best that Spider-Man has ever seen. Is that true? Jameson doesn't think so.
I guess we'll find out.
I guess we'll find out.
Yes.
Your review of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
I say Superman the movie. That like defined superhero origin stories. Then we have Spider-Man. Then we have Iron Man. I think Spider-Man for a while held that torch as being the way to do an origin story.
Not Batman 89.
No, he's already Batman.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
Yeah.
so just origin story.
Origin
Okay.
story, yes. Just an origin story. Let's go through the things that make that work. This movie never, ever forgets what it is. This movie knows through and through that it's a comic book movie. This movie also is a celebration of Spider-Man as a whole. I mean, just look at the music, the slang, the cars, even the plot. It's all taken from different parts. Like, what year does this movie take place? You can't tell. It's just a mix of the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. It's true. Like nothing it's just a celebration of Spider-Man as a whole. I love the fact that you have these older actors that are paving the way for the younger actors. Because let's be real, the older actors are all so much better than the kids. But it's okay. They're paving the way for them to take the reins further on. I think one thing that also makes it really, really work is the fact that you have Raimi shots mixed with Looney Tunes violence.
I like that combo.
Does that make any sense?
That's fun. Yeah, it's a fun way to put
because there's weird sound effects. So
You get like some boing.
yes, you get some boings. Green Goblin's pulling down some webbing. You just hear a chainsaw going. It's just okay. So yeah, there you go. I think that it's bright. It's like a comic book. It's literally a comic book walking off the page and onto the screen.
That's about as good a review as you could give a movie like this, especially at its time, right?
Yes.
As usual, I'll probably be a little more wordy than you. I'm sorry. Seth is vibes. I'm analysis.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. You need both, right? In what has become a sea of comic book movies that feels as vast as the ocean, but at times as deep as a puddle, Spider-Man stands out as something almost lost to time. It's a campy, small-scale origin story about an ordinary young man given extraordinary abilities. This film has become such a cornerstone of pop culture that I never stopped to really appreciate just how tight the writing really is. No scene feels wasted. The characters are likable and believable despite the unbelievable world around them, and the pacing is dang near perfect in this movie. Time passes so naturally that by the end, it feels like you've genuinely spent months with these characters. It's a beautiful example of simple, efficient storytelling that never forgets to have fun. But you need that in a Spider-Man movie.
You do.
Story itself, refreshingly straightforward. Peter Parker is bitten by a radioactive spider and suddenly gains incredible powers.
Genetically enhanced spider.
Forgive me.
Yeah.
Forgive me. There was a little bit of a twist there. Genetically enhanced. And like any teenager, he first uses them selfishly for money, confidence, but most of all for the attention of the girl he really likes, until that selfishness indirectly leads to the death of Uncle Ben. With great power comes great responsibility. That becomes more than just Ben's final lesson. It's the thesis of the entire film. And as Peter learns to use his gifts to protect others, Norman Osborn chooses the opposite path, embracing power for his own ambition as the Green Goblin. Their conflict isn't just physical, it's ideological. What do you owe the world when you've been given extraordinary abilities? Spider-Man ultimately triumphs, but not without sacrifice. For Spider-Man to win, Peter Parker has to lose, ending the film on a surprisingly bittersweet note as he walks away from Mary Jane to embrace the responsibility of being Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Overall, this movie was better than I remembered. It's not perfect, but it's a phenomenal start, and it's still maybe the definitive superhero origin film. Maybe we'll have to talk about that later.
Maybe.
Whatever it lacks in spectacle by today's standards, it more than makes up for with sharp writing, a charming cast, unforgettable performances, and genuine heart. More than 20 years later, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man still stands the test of time, at least in my opinion. I don't know, JJ's not going to be happy. We're getting that way. We're off to a good start.
Yeah.
But maybe, I don't know, maybe if we poke, maybe if we prod,
Yeah.
maybe we'll start to
Surely
uncover.
there's more under the paint.
There's got to be.
Yeah,
Because first
exactly.
off, let's just start with that titular hero. Let's start talking about Spider-Man. This is a lot of people's definitive Spider-Man.
It's true.
Is he your definitive Spider-Man?
More so than the others of live action.
Now, is it just because of nostalgia, or do you think there's a little bit more to it?
I think there is a little bit more to it, and maybe we'll get into that.
For me, I don't know that he's my definitive Spider-Man. I haven't quite decided on that yet.
Oh,
Maybe we'll have to
interesting.
wait as the investigation continues.
Yes.
Because even though I did grow up with this Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire never sold me as Peter Parker.
You know what he has going for him? He's goofy looking.
Yeah, he's goofy, and he's got the awkwardness down, and I do think that that's actually important for this character.
Very much so.
Because as we'll see, maybe as the investigation continues, other Spider-Men don't do this. They're not the awkward kind of teenagers.
They are not. In fact, they're also like not goofy looking. So they're the exact opposite. So it's like, well, wait, why wouldn't anybody like this person?
Right. Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be superficial, but let's be real.
But that is part of his character.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
However, on the flip side, when it comes to, the actual, like when he's Spider-Man,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
He doesn't quip a lot.
I guess not a ton, but but enough. I
Yeah.
feel anyway.
Okay.
Really, you don't see him as Spider-Man a lot, honestly.
Real, they use him sparingly, but it's weird. This movie kind of feels like a little indie movie.
It does,
at
doesn't it?
times.
Yeah.
Yes. It reminds me a lot of actually A New Hope.
Oh, okay.
In a lot of ways,
Interesting.
where it's just kind of like, no, don't worry, it's going to get bigger and better. We just need to get more confidence behind the project.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Especially when you look at Spider-Man 2 in comparison, it has that grassroots feel to it, which is really cool. And it's something I really like about the movie. A conversation that you would need to have about any Spider-Man and in determining whether they are a good Spider-Man or not and how they exist in the public ethos is that suit.
Oh.
You like it, you dislike it.
I'm not a huge fan of the eyes,
Yeah.
but I do like the raised webs.
Okay.
And I like kind of like the scale armor that kind of fits. It's not my favorite suit, but I think it's really nostalgic.
I can't parse the two.
Yeah.
But I can't tell if it's just nostalgia or if I just really like it because of what it is. I love the tangibility of it.
Yeah.
It feels like a real thing because it was a real thing.
Yeah.
The face shell was kind of ingenious at the time. We take that for granted now because that's become standard. But at the time, that was pretty smart.
Yes.
In order to make that, consistent and look consistently good. The eyes are something where it is just so nostalgic. I can't help it. It has that look to it.
I think too, it needed to be like that just for the practicality so someone could see.
Okay. Rather than
Honestly,
have them a little bit smaller.
Yes, if you were having smaller eyes, it's going to be harder for your actor to see. And
Gotcha.
also, you're just placing them on as then you can, take them on and off for the actors.
Yeah.
And things between scenes. I will say, during the final fight, the torn mask.
Yes.
That is ingenious. Like maybe the best costume design ever. Like up until
Whoa.
like as in like being able to see that, because let's think about it. Okay. Superman, you could see his face all the time. Batman, you can't see Michael Keaton under that mask. This is like the best of both worlds. Like this is like literally like inside the Iron Man HUD.
It's pretty smart filmmaking.
It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So yes, the torn mask is brilliant.
one of my favorite looks. It also feels real too. Like it would make sense that his suit would start to get torn as he's getting thrown through buildings. and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's one other aspect of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man that was kind of unique for the time. And that is the organic webbing. Your thoughts on Spider-Man's organic webbing?
I get why they did it for the movie. Much like at the time during the 60s, radioactive spider, that makes sense for the time. We have to change it for genetically enhanced. We had to just kind of make little changes. In fact, if you watch in the scene where he's testing out his webbing in his room, you can see that they were going to do web shooters. They're on there. They just painted them out off his wrists. Yes.
Yeah. Do you know why they changed it?
Well, timing. And this is just easier that like just to try to put in another to have just another plot point that you have to have another 10 minutes about explaining. Yeah.
Well, from what I understand, they thought it was too unbelievable that a kid in high school could build something that sophisticated, even if he was smart enough, like getting the equipment.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was kind of the main reason they decided to push that off, which, for me with the organic webbings, This is something, not being a comic book kid.
Yeah.
I thought that was the norm. So when Amazing came out, I was like, what?
Yeah.
He has web shooters? That's kind of lame.
Yeah.
So from that perspective of not having the nostalgia or the reference, I actually think this makes a little bit more sense, because what are Spider-Man's abilities if he doesn't have organic webs? He's strong. He can walk on walls, I guess, but what else is Spider like? The spider sense, the precognition?
Yeah.
I think the organic webs just, it kind of finishes that circle.
Closes the package, if you will.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it.
My whole thing is, I do like that when he runs out of web fluid, it creates a whole new problem.
Yeah, no, and I agree with that.
That's something that I do like, where it's like he goes and it's like, oh no, I'm out of web fluid. That I have to change my cartridges.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole new layer to the fight and everything.
Pros and cons of both.
Yes.
For sure.
And I get for timing, I understand that even for audience like transition, that makes more sense that you would do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're doing all right with Peter.
Yeah.
He's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing
He's
a good
not the
job,
problem.
especially for the debut story.
Yeah.
But what is a Spider-Man without his villains?
That is true.
And oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about. The Green Goblin. Seth, what is your opinion on Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin?
How many Jokers have there been?
Live action?
Yeah.
Man, 3, right?
Oh.
I mean, more than that. It was like movies.
Tons of Jokers.
I guess Barry Keoghan, you got to count him now too.
Tons of live action Jokers. How many Norman Osborn Green Goblins do we have?
Only one, and
Because you
so
only
good. He's got
need one. That's why. And guess what? He's so good that he came back, almost 20 years later just to play the character again. And oh goodness, it was needed.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is absolutely incredible.
Chewing up scenery.
Yeah. And you need that. I'll make a comparison. He's the Palpatine of these movies.
I could buy that.
Like,
he's that through line. He's that evil thing you have to get rid of.
You know how sometimes you need a character that grounds a story? I feel like in these movies, you need a character that does the opposite.
Elevates it.
It pulls it into that like comic booky realm. Because otherwise, we're playing with semi-realistic concepts.
Yeah.
Genetically enhanced spiders.
Yeah.
Maybe that changes your DNA, whatever. It's like pseudoscience.
Yeah.
But then we get to him and he's just nuts.
Performance enhancers that make you crazy.
Yeah. And he's just like, we'll meet again, Spider-Man. Like, oh my God, that's a Saturday morning cartoon if I've ever seen one.
Yes. How about like during the parade when he rises up from getting knocked, when he goes through the balloon, he just, as he rides
So
up,
much fun.
it's just like,
I surrender.
yeah. It's insane.
Have you ever seen that meme? It's been going around recently. It's this guy does an incredible Willem Dafoe impression, and it just says, "This cookie monster, what a lust." What a fascinating creature. It's so funny. I don't know why that gets me every time I see it. It pops up in my feed. But man, it's not just, the goblin mask himself. He is the goblin mask.
And that's what, gosh, I know we're not to that movie yet, but what a brilliant idea of just not putting a mask on his face for later appearances of this character.
Right? I know, because his face works.
He doesn't need it. You could see he's acting so well. You could see when he's Norman and when he's the Goblin.
Yeah.
Godspeed, Spider-Man. Like it just, oh my goodness. That all he has to do is throw his voice and he just shifts how he's looking.
Yeah,
you know exactly.
Well, how about that scene in the mirror?
Brilliant.
What I love about that scene in the mirror, so you can see it's an over-the-shoulder shot. It's over Norman's shoulder seeing himself in the mirror.
So they had to shoot that twice, right? Or was he shooting it the exact same way? Okay.
Well, I don't know when they did the shot reverse shot, but I'm talking about when he just is walking up to the mirror and you're seeing him shift. You could see like in his jaw from his over the shoulder that he is shifting that back and forth.
Yeah.
It's like a Gollum and Smeagol, like what Andy Serkis did. It's so brilliant, that performance, because you're right. He's like bending his eyebrows in a specific way. You can tell when it's Norman and when it's the Goblin. He is something else.
He is awesome. What do you think about that suit?
Oh yeah.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Interesting. I remember that was a huge topic.
Yeah,
when this
controversy
came
at
out.
the time.
Oh yes. Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure you've seen the behind the scenes of the original Goblin mask when it was more of a Goblin mask.
Yes.
Looked incredible. Don't get me wrong. I think I would have loved that too.
Yeah.
It could be nostalgia talking. This is what I remember when I was growing up, but some brilliance to the costume design and having it have that purple shimmer so that you get a little bit of both, the green and the purple, and the kind of metallic reflections.
Yeah.
Having the eyes come up, and you can see his eyes, and you can see his mouth through the netting.
Yeah.
That's in the jaw. It's pretty cool. And I also like it's sort of a visual world building when you're in the mansion. He like collected masks. You know, it was something that he enjoyed.
And look at how much green is in the mansion as well on the walls and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool, man.
Yeah, it was tough because I like the traditional, but this makes total sense though for the world that they painted.
Yeah.
That it was a military flight suit.
Yeah.
And he repurposed a goblin mask for it.
Yeah.
I would have liked some sort of like a goblin head or something, a gargoyle head on the front of the glider, but I understand why it's not there either. Because again, it's a military, it's a repurposed weapon.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's such an iconic look for me. It's hard to, again, probably a lot of nostalgia talking. You have a different perspective being a comic book fan. And, you know, you watch the animated shows too, I'm sure, before you watch this, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think that this actually took a lot of inspiration from those animated shows.
Gotcha.
Some imagery and whatnot.
What better start to a Spider-Man story
It's true.
than seeing both of these guys? I want to shift into some introductions because a movie is nothing without a good introduction. And this is not only the introduction to this movie, but this universe.
Yes.
Which is very important. And I want to do that through our supporting cast. It's Mary Jane and Harry.
It's all about a girl.
I want to establish each one of our supporting cast, and then we'll talk about those introductions specifically because I think this movie is brilliant in its first 3 scenes it shows you. What do you think about Harry Osborn?
Before we get started, we need to separate art from artist. So I know that James Franco sucks. So I'm going to just be talking about Harry Osborn.
Yes,
okay,
of course.
yeah, just so we're aware, we get that out, then it's fine. All of our, that's been taken care of. I definitely think that this is his weakest outing as Harry Osborn.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that he gets better as it keeps going because he's got more to do. He doesn't have a ton to do in this movie. It's just that kind of be, you know, Mary Jane's like, for lack of a better term, her side piece.
The rebound.
Her rebound during all of this. I wish the movie would have shown rather than tell. Like they just say a lot that you're my best friend.
Yeah.
I would like to see a little bit more rather than just like, hey, leave him alone. What are you going to do? His father will fire you. And then that's it. So yeah, that's the only thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I disagree. I think that
Is this his best outing?
No, it's definitely his worst. I just think that they
Whew.
do a good job of showing these two characters as being friends.
Yeah, no, I think friends, but I mean, you know, when you think best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chemistry maybe is more what you're saying. I got
Gotcha.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
I could buy that. They don't have
Yeah.
the greatest chemistry. Although I'll be honest, I don't know that Tobey has great chemistry with anybody in this movie when he's not Spider-Man.
Except maybe Uncle Ben.
I was about to say, except for Aunt May and Uncle Ben.
Yes.
You're right. What about Mary Jane Watson, played by Kirsten Dunst?
I hate to say it. She has nothing to do in these movies. And so I don't really care for her that much.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you like her?
I disagree with that.
You
She
disagree
has a
with
ton
what?
to do in these movies, but I can't stand her.
Oh, okay. She does not have a ton to do with these movies. She's just the damsel in distress in this movie.
And she's a cheater. That's what I can't
And
get
she's
over.
oh, okay.
Every
In this-
movie,
in this-
she's cheating on somebody. She's got to go hang out with Flash Thompson, but let me have a nice, intimate, flirtatious conversation with Peter in the backyard. Like, lady, either break up with the guy. Like every movie, she's cheating on somebody.
Yeah.
It's like, get over yourself. She also is incredibly selfish in these movies. Spider-Man 3, it's the worst.
Yeah. We'll talk about that though when we get there. But
In
yes.
this movie, she's the most tolerable, in my opinion.
Gotcha.
It gets worse the movies go
As
on.
it keeps going,
Yeah.
you like Mary Jane less and less.
And I don't know if that's intentional or what. I can't see what Peter sees in her once as her character keeps going.
Gotcha.
But this one is fine. Like seeing her background and like their troubled background. You know, she's dating this guy she doesn't really like. It all feels pretty real.
Pretty bad home life.
Yeah, and you could see why Peter, like literally the girl next door. You know, I get it. But she drives me nuts. I can't help it.
She drives you nuts.
Not
Crazy.
in a good way.
Okay.
Not in a good way.
I just think it's weird that before that final fight, she's just like, we never see what happens to her. We see that she gets on the boat and then that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I'm happy she's okay. Had to take like 6 cabs to get home, but she made it home. She's in her PJs.
Yeah. Well, we just mentioned them. I think that we ought to just get to really the emotional core of maybe all these movies, but definitely this one. And that is Uncle Ben and Aunt May.
I don't even need to say anything.
I was hoping you would react that way.
They're awesome.
Amazing.
They are absolutely awesome. And I'll, I guess, spoiler for as we keep talking about these movies, I think that Aunt May just gets better and better.
Yes, she does.
You are absolutely
kind of
right.
wild that she came to play. And as I said in my 1 minute review, all the older actors are just kind of chewing up everything because they've been doing it for so long, I feel like. And the kids are kind of just finding their place in all of this. But yeah, they're the real stars of this.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
especially Rosemary Harris.
Yes.
Uncle Ben's also doing a lot of heavy lifting.
He's awesome too, though. Even though he's not in it very much, like everything he does is very memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
don't
it's-
start with me. Don't start without me.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Michelangelo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
And of course, the delivery of the iconic line
Yes.
is the definitive. Like, that's what you hear when you read that line.
And it's so good that in Spider-Verse, they just use that audio track. They didn't
Yeah.
have somebody else re-record it because it is it. With great power comes great responsibility. It's so good. And that scene's so good in the car.
Yeah. What this movie does so well with the establishment of its characters is it perfectly conveys to you each character's personality and what they're going to do in the story. Peter being this kind of he's a bit arrogant in that scene because he's got this newfound power. You see him; he's really nerdy, he's goofy, but I got all this power. Well, I'm going to use it for my own benefit.
Exactly.
And it's perfect, a perfect bit of irony, in there in the car because you know what's coming as the viewer, even if you have just a passing relationship with Spider-Man, that's probably the last conversation they're ever going to have. And it stabs you right here.
Yeah.
And I mean, Peter says it later in the movie, like he was trying to tell me something important and I threw it in his face.
Yeah.
And then Aunt May, such a great reply to that. She's not like, you should have done better. He's like, hey, listen, he loved you and you loved him. He knew that. It's all right. I'm sure he wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
They feel like that working class family.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they feel like kind of that Rocketville white picket fence, 2.5 kids. Like it just, yeah. And
100%. Aunt May, Uncle Ben, fantastic. I think we got to talk about really the heart of these movies.
yeah.
Pick out the one thing that is perfect. It's J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson.
It is true.
What more do you say about this guy's performance?
Literally perfect casting. I'm talking like he's on the Mount Rushmore of comic book
Yes.
casting.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
What gets me is his first scene in the movie. He doesn't appear till like midway through.
No.
And then Spider-Man's already there and Spider-Man's already a thing. And then he pops in and it's just, it sucks you in. If you weren't already sucked into this universe, you are now.
Yeah.
It's that level of like, oh my gosh, what a performance. And I keep bringing it up because I don't think I appreciated it when I was younger. The writing is so
It's
good.
just tight in his delivery.
Especially in those scenes. Like, Miss Brandt, give me a violin. What, he was lawyer?
Yeah.
That's good too, man.
Yes.
I can't get over it. Every time I watch this movie,
Yeah.
it gets to that moment and I'm like, man, this is it, man. This is peak.
This is the part that feels like they are just beating you over the head with a comic book because it feels very comic booky, but at the same time, it feels like it's translated well into our world.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think we're ever going to do better than J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson. And
true.
I pity the fool who's got to come next.
Good luck.
And next, Daily Bugle.
Finally, some front page reporting.
There you go. We've established our characters. We've talked about the introductions, but there's one introduction we haven't discussed. And really, it's our introduction to the entire thing. And it's with Danny Elfman's score over the opening credits.
So good. Those violins, you know exactly what it is over the Columbia Pictures.
Mine's the
Yeah, that.
boom, boom, boom. What gets me about this, I know this is going to sound so goofy. It's like Danny Elfman distilled responsibility into music.
Yeah.
Well, here's why I say that.
Okay.
The movie does a great job of, as it's going, as when Spider-Man becomes Spider-Man, we just get these moments where like Spider-Man is just swinging and it's this like kind of just hype transition.
Yeah.
And then this music goes nuts. And so you really feel this weight of like Spider-Man isn't just a guy, he means something to everybody. And what does that mean to Spider-Man? He has responsibility. He has great power. I don't know. It's just,
It all pulls back to that.
it does. It's amazing how it all connects.
Yeah. Like a web.
Like a web.
An intricate web.
Like a little bit of a web. Do you think this is the best Spider-Man theme?
Yes. The best movie theme. Easily.
You still think Spider-Man?
I have a hard
Spider-Man.
time letting that one go. But then just
That's in this movie too.
is it in this one? I thought it was in the next one.
Oh, is it with the
Yes.
with the lady in the?
Yes, that's in 2.
Yeah. Anything else to say about Danny Elfman's score here?
It's awesome.
It's just iconic,
Yeah,
right?
it is awesome. There's more to tell with it later, but
Yeah, because there's some interesting things that happen in the other movies.
There is some interesting things that happen with the soundtrack with the other movies. But yes, I really like it. I think that it probably is the definitive. Again, as you said, with the drums and then the strings and everything. Like it does feel like that they somehow captured the idea. Kind of like how in Pirates of the Caribbean, it feels like you're on a boat.
Yeah.
This feels like you're web slinging.
Yes,
Or you're crawling up a wall or something like that. That you're like, for lack of a better term, learning to fly, learning to swing, learning to crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great soundtrack, a great cast, a great hero, a great villain. But what is this movie's thesis? What is it trying to tell you at the end of the day? Because this could be the definitive origin story, not just for Spider-Man, but for all of it, right?
Yeah.
And that all comes back to what we said earlier. With great power
comes great responsibility.
I think the entire movie hinges on Uncle Ben's conversation with Peter in the car. All of Spider-Man hinges on that moment. I mean, famously in Spider-Verse, it is the canon event.
Yes.
Right? How is that handled in this movie? Do you think, well, is it handled the best?
We'll say this. In other iterations of Spider-Man, they've been afraid to even touch it.
Yes.
So
that's true.
I think that they just did it. It's like, how can we do it better? So let's just not even touch it at all. Yeah, exactly. I think that it's done so well. And I think too that just a tiny sentence, it sums up the character entirely. Yeah. It sums up the whole idea of Spider-Man, the concept of Spider-Man.
Now, what about the concept of this being the definitive origin story? Would you agree with that?
So I think that Superman is that first, was the great origin story. And then I think that this took the reins of it. But I think now in this day and age and everything, that Iron Man is now that great origin story.
Really? You would put Iron Man over Spider-Man?
Just the origin story, and like looking at how origin stories are made. What's the blueprint?
Okay.
I think that I think that Iron Man took this and ran with it.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's just me personally. I mean, think about origin stories. Do we say, oh, it's like Spider-Man? No, we say it's like Iron Man.
I would say it's like Spider-Man. I think you have two iconic origins. I think you have Batman and I think you have Spider-Man.
What Batman movie has a good origin? Are you talking about Batman Begins?
Take movie out of it.
I'm talking only movie though, just so you know.
I know, but there are adaptations of this is what I'm saying. So like when I think origin story, I think bitten by a spider, parents gunned down in the alleyway. Those are the two things I think of.
Okay.
And you do get that in Batman 89. It just comes later in the movie. It's not chronological, but you do get it.
Yeah.
What makes Iron Man getting trapped in a cave with a box of scraps? Like, yes, and it's a nice origin story, but I don't think it has that iconic, repeatable sauce, if you will.
Gotcha.
Like Spider-Man and like Batman. But you're right. In Batman, that I don't think has that definitive version. This is that definitive version, in my view.
Okay.
Don't think so, huh?
We're having two separate conversations because I'm only talking and like cinematically, like what is lifted is like the Iron Man formula. Because let's think about how many people, okay, we're going to make him a jerk and then we're going to turn it into, we're going to make him likable. Yeah. Like the MCU just like rinsed and repeated with it a lot. Even DC did it as well.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I think I'm saying that cinematically, I think Spider-Man takes the origin story and does it the best.
Yeah.
So even today, if you were to tell me it's like Iron Man, I wouldn't say that. I would say it's like Spider-Man.
Okay.
We're at an impasse.
I guess we are at an impasse.
There you go. There's the first bit of dirt.
There it is.
That we've dug up on Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. It is the perfect way to kind of get us into what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man, because he starts off this movie. It's a jerk, man.
Yes.
Goes to the wrestling match.
Yes.
What do you think about that? This is your favorite part of the movie, wasn't it?
It was very weird to see Randy Savage in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonesaw is ready.
Got you for 3 minutes of playtime. Yeah.
Was that your favorite as a kid?
That moment?
Yeah, just the wrestling match.
No, not really.
No?
No.
Okay.
Wrestling came later.
Oh, so that wasn't a child
No.
a child obsession.
No, not a childhood obsession. No.
Gotcha.
Wrestling when I was in high school.
Okay.
So yeah. I mean, that scene's fine and everything.
Wow, I thought you would have been like, that's it. This is peak.
No, it's not
Peak Spider-Man.
No, it's not
Do
peak.
you like the homemade suit?
I like it. I really like the spider on the, I think that's a cool
The spray paint?
Yeah, I like the sweater. I think that's cool looking.
I always thought that suit was super ugly.
It doesn't it need to be? It's the first suit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, there are other homemade suits I think are better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one I
Gotcha.
just never. It's the mask. I don't like the mask. It's just a ski mask.
Well, but what I like about it is like, what can a kid get his hands
Yes,
on?
I
A kid
know.
that has
It does feel
nobody.
real.
It
Yeah.
feels super real.
It does feel real. I'll give
Yeah.
it that 100%.
Yeah.
What I love about these movies, really all three of them, is they do such a good job of having a core thesis that they stick to.
Mm-hmm.
Hear this quote, and it's the whole movie. With great power comes great responsibility. That's Peter's arc.
Yeah.
Learning what to do with great power, because at first he doesn't use it responsibly, and then he does. What's Norman Osborn's deal? He does the opposite. He has great
does.
power and he uses it irresponsibly.
Exactly. He's selfish.
Yeah. And I like how these movies are so intentional about weaving their antagonists and protagonists together with a central idea. It's not just, there's the new baddie in town, we got to go fight him. No,
Yeah.
Peter is intrinsically linked to him, both ideologically, but he also knows Norman Osborn. And so there's a personal connection there. And it doesn't just feel like A plot, B plot, A plot, B plot, where some movies do that. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, but what? Then at what point do they come together?
Yeah.
No, from the beginning of the movie, Norman Osborn and Peter Parker cross paths.
One chose the path of the hero. The other chose the path of the villain.
Yeah, and how about that scene? That's
Yeah.
such a great midpoint for the movie, because you get to see both characters finding their footing, and then they come together and they're going to say, "Hey, can we agree on this? Can we, or are we gonna? Is this the fork in the road?" And it is the fork in the road.
Yeah. Unstoppable object, immovable force. Right. Immovable force, unstoppable object. Is
Yeah.
that what they say? Yeah.
Which leads us very nicely into the finale of the movie. What's a good superhero movie without a good finale?
Ooh, a final confrontation.
And a
Yes.
good confrontation, a good final moment, a good climax should be the apex of our thesis.
It's true. And you know what else makes a good final fight? A trolley meme.
The trolley problem.
The trolley problem. Yes. Goblin presents Spidey with the trolley problem. And
Yeah.
you know what? He figures it out.
He does.
New York helps him figure it out. Yeah.
Let die the woman you love.
Or suffer the little children.
What a line.
It's so good.
What a line.
It's so good.
goofy.
Yeah. What I like too is they really played off the bridge scene with Gwen and everything. Because
Yes.
famously Gwen's the one that's knocked off the bridge. And I really do appreciate the fact that Spidey never webs any, like at least the Spider-Man never tries to just shoot web and catch somebody. He always jumps down after them and makes sure that can never, you never get that imagery. That iconography just never even happens.
Yep.
I like it. I like it a lot. I love this final confrontation.
Well, you get it kind of in three moments, which is
Yes.
so nice. First, you get one of the most insane things that's ever happened in a superhero movie. Aunt May praying, kneeling down on her bed, and their whole house just blows up.
Yeah.
Finish it! From evil!
From evil.
Oh my gosh. It's so like,
Then he scream calls Spider-Man.
yeah, I know. I literally wrote down in my notes, I was like, this is insane.
It is.
These movies are wild.
It's weird because I feel like that Raimi is like at war with himself. It's like, I want to go full horror movie. You could see it with how like those crazy close-ups, the reflections in eyes, like that is totally like how Evil Dead is. He's like, I want to make this like Evil Dead, but I can't because
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a kid's movie. Like I need
it's
to make
so great, though.
I need
It
to make
helps.
it, but I think it has something for everybody. I remember I still talk to my dad about this, that he's like, I like that movie, but that is a brutal fight at the end. That is the first thing that he brings up. And I remember thinking that as a kid, that I'm like, they are just beating each other up, that Looney Tunes violence.
Yeah.
Where like, there is no way like that they should be even like surviving these hits. A bomb blew up in Peter's face to start it off.
Dude, it is so visceral.
Yes.
And that is something I really appreciate in hindsight. When's the last time a superhero movie ended with a fist fight?
I don't know. That is a good question.
Just a grounded,
Yes.
like here's these two guys, they're great powers,
yeah. Just coming to blows with each other.
coming to blows with one another.
I do wish that they were up in the air more and doing a little bit more because, it's Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. But
Yeah.
I do like that it's just like, no, we're going to settle our differences
But
and
it
that's
starts
how it's
that
going to
way.
be.
It starts that way with the trolley.
Yes.
And then we go into the warehouse, the music cuts, and it's just these two people.
Yes.
These two people have been ideologically opposed this whole movie.
Yeah.
Now have to come blow to blows.
Yes.
The ending to this fight is so good. Where, Peter, stop.
It's straight out of the comics. Did you know that?
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
So slightly different. Spidey crushes the glider and it's like just flying around sputtering and stuff like that. And Norman like lines him up and he's like, no, please, I'm not bad anymore. Please. And then Spidey ducks and then he gets impaled on the glider. I do think it's crazy. I don't know why. I vividly have this. I was in the theater and a lady in front of me screamed, wow, right in the goblins when he got stabbed. Because I think that's such a weird choice that he gets stabbed in the crotch because it's through the chest in the comics.
I literally wrote that down in my notes. I was like, what? That is strange.
It's Sam Raimi. I feel like that has to be it. It makes it goofy where it's like a person's being killed, but I can make it funny at the same time so it doesn't seem that there's levity in the violence.
Well, you get that absolutely brilliant cut.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. It's legitimately one of my favorite moments in this movie. Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah.
That's so goofy.
Yes.
But it's such a nice punctuation on the moment. Mm-hmm. And then we round it out with what sets up a lot of our conflict going into the sequels, which is Harry Osborn discovering Spider-Man with his body.
It's true. But Burner doesn't decide to tell the truth, but I guess that's probably a story for another movie.
Yeah, that's a flaw with another movie for sure. Well, what I like about this moment is it shows Peter's integrity. He agreed not to tell Harry, even at the expense of his own friendships. And that's how this movie ends. It's kind of a bummer ending.
Oh, it is a super bummer ending. They try to trick you with the final swing and everything. And it's like, oh, this is awesome. Having, Chad Kroger and Josie Scott singing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but, it still is kind of a downer ending because I think that it really does set up the next movie in the sense that like, Spider-Man really is downtrodden. He's like Daredevil that just everybody's their punching bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they're the punching bag for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has to give up Mary Jane. He has to walk away.
Yes.
A moment that I think is underrated that I noticed on my rewatch here in the finale to go back to the conversation about writing. During the final fight, when Norman is trying to trick Peter, thank God for you, Peter. Thank God for you.
Yeah.
What does Harry say the first time he speaks to Peter in the funeral? Thank God for you, Peter. It's already, it's making those wheels turn. Like he's just like his dad. Yeah. And what is he wearing? He's wearing black. Yeah. Dad likes black.
Dad does like black.
He's wearing the suit. It's like, I think that's why this movie has stood the test of time. It's not the most spectacular. You don't get the blue beam in the sky. Yeah. It's not a CGI final fight. Mm-mm. It is so grounded, but it's that writing and attention to detail. It's like, wow.
You just brought it up too. I think it's a beautiful blend of they use CGI sparingly, like where they absolutely had to, but like they're cutting back and forth between like actual actors, like punching props and things like that. And I think it just helps with the immersion.
It does.
Yeah. Spidey lands on a building. It cuts to a close up of Peter's face.
Yes.
Yeah. Right before we go back into it. I mean, it's nice. Like it pulls you back in. It feels tangible.
Right when you're about to lose it. Yeah. Right? Like you're about to get pulled out because it's CGI.
Yeah.
It's like Raimi's like, hold on. It is still real.
Yeah.
Stay with us.
It's as real as it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially at that time. Mm-hmm. Spider-Man 1. What a good movie. What?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. J.
Are not evidence.
Spider-Man 2?
Oh, Spider-Man 2.
I believe there's a hero in all of us.
So this was your introduction.
It was.
Yes.
This is when I came into the fray. I think I watched Spider-Man 1 on like VHS.
Yeah.
Before. Mm-hmm. But this is the one where I really became. You know.
I hate to say it. This is the one it's so strange. People love this one, but this is the one I probably have the most qualms with.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's so weird.
Most?
It might be. I don't know. It's kind of crazy that like
you might learn to eat those words.
Maybe I don't know. That's the whole thing. What is interesting? This is really deep in my time. Like I was really focused on Halo at the time.
Okay.
So this one kind of snuck up on me that I wasn't like I'm like yeah I'll see it, but I wasn't like oh man this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't hyped like how I was for the first one.
Gotcha.
If that makes any kind of sense. How about you? Were you like? Do you remember the time before?
I don't remember seeing the trailer. I just remember like seeing posters and toys and like I won a plushie at a fair.
That's cool.
Of Spider-Man, did that kind of stuff, and then I went to go see. I think I saw it at the drive-in.
Yeah,
just had a really good time with it. I thought the Doc Ock was so cool.
Yeah,
I don't have a ton of memories of like my fandom, if you will, at the time.
Yeah,
it was just one of those movies that I saw, became my personality for a little bit, and then I moved on.
Yeah,
you know.
Well. I know this is going to sound like pretentious or whatever, but this feels like, movies were events.
Yeah.
Like in the newspaper, there would be, hey, there's a new Spider-Man coming out, and they would have like even the local newspaper would have something with like the the movie poster and stuff like that. That just doesn't happen anymore.
No, it was so much more of a communal experience. And I do remember, like, I would ride my bike by our local movie theater all the time, and like, oh shoot, new Spider-Man movie, cool.
And I remember like I went to a small private school, but a bunch of the boys went with our parents and stuff like that because we all went to see the first one together. Yeah. Here's more of that like epic trailer music that's just not around anymore.
It gets you hyped.
It does.
There's something to the early 2000s movie trailers.
Yes.
Using the Sony font. One of my favorite things is that the early PS3 games have the same font on their spines.
Really? Well, it's all Sony.
I know it's all Sony.
Yeah.
Just cracks me
Might
up.
as well. Win in Rome.
Ended up changing it later, but like, on the early PS3 spines, it all had that logo.
Yeah. I do love the ending of this because it's like, oh my gosh. Like, how's he going to get out of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just the two. Don't even need the Spider-Man. It's like, we know. Oh, we know.
Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2. Directed by Sam Raimi once again. I'm glad they stuck with the same everybody.
Yes.
That's really nice for the most part, with one glaring omission that we'll have to talk about. But we have here Spider-Man 2. I'll start us off this time.
Okay.
If that's all right.
No, that's perfectly fine.
For many people, Spider-Man 2 is the Spider-Man film.
Boy,
And
howdy.
one of the best, if not the best, comic book movie of all time. But does it deserve that prestigious place in history? Maybe. I don't know. This film builds on nearly everything from the first. It feels bigger and badder than anything they did before. Sam Raimi was clearly cut a larger check for this one, and every bit of it, I feel like, is on screen. The action is grander, the set pieces are more complex, and the story is told on a much larger scale. Just like the first film, it wastes none of your time. Every scene serves a purpose, whether it's establishing characters, motivating them, showing growth, or simply taking a moment to have a little fun. Looking at you, elevator scene. One of my favorite scenes in the movie, no joke. I absolutely love that scene.
Hal Sparks from I Love the 90s fame.
Is that him? I figured it was some cameo. I love that scene.
It's not even really a cameo. It's just like I've never seen that guy in anything except the I love the 80s, 90s. Did you ever watch those?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
I love that scene though.
Yeah,
It's so good.
It is a good scene. Nice Spidey suit.
I made it. Nearly everything you need to know is established right there in the opening. Once you get past the iconic opening credits, complete with Alex Ross's beautiful artwork recapping the first film, and of course the legendary Danny Elfman theme, even though he didn't actually score this one. More on that a little bit later. This movie opens with Peter arriving late to work and being tasked with delivering a stack of pizzas across town before Joe's Pizza's 29-minute guarantee expires. In this frantic rush through New York, we see a city that's much bigger, it's busier, and way more active and alive than before. And to make the delivery on time, Peter suits up as Spider-Man. But has to stop and help those kids in the road, which makes Peter Parker fall a little bit behind. He saves people, loses a job, and the movie immediately asks its central question. How can Peter Parker be both Peter Parker and Spider-Man? Well, maybe he can't.
Maybe he can't.
The incredible supporting cast from the first film returns, along with some welcome new additions, but the biggest newcomer is Alfred Molina's Otto Octavius. As Doc Ock, Otto serves as the perfect foil to Peter, showing what happens when you completely lose yourself and allow something else to take control. If the first film was about accepting responsibility, this one is about finding balance. Sometimes the greatest responsibility is knowing when to be steady and give up the thing you want the most. This film is a delight from start to finish. Sam Raimi, once again, balances thrilling action, heartfelt drama, and wonderfully silly camp into a beautiful red and blue soup that makes you want to revisit again and again. The film's message, so eloquently delivered by the delightful Rosemary Harris midway through, is one that has stuck with me all these years later. Is it the greatest superhero movie ever made? I don't know. But it absolutely belongs in that conversation.
It definitely pushes the limits of the genre.
Yeah.
And before I get started, I do want to just talk about like how brilliant this poster is.
It's so good.
Because I mean, you've got Spider-Man, you've got Mary Jane, and then you can see Doc Ock, just the reflection in the eye. It's just like, man, you'd be just walking past it in the movie theater. You had to have a cool poster to get people to go, I want to see that. Goodness gracious.
Makes me want to turn it on right now.
It's really good. It's just kind of like, it takes you right back.
And just that sunset, iconography.
Yeah, especially these two are so like bright and colorful, like a comic book.
Yeah, so they synergize
Yes.
very well.
Very much so. Very much so. All right. My 1 minute review. I know.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
You said you hated this one.
I didn't say I hated it.
You have
but
a lot of issues. The
don't
most
put-
issues.
Don't put words in my mouth, Konnor.
Spin your web.
Spin my web. Hey, Konnor, you like Superman 2? Because this movie's literally Superman 2. Like I said earlier, but this reminds me so much of A New Hope going into Empire Strikes Back, where just everything's bigger, everything's better. But here's the thing, though. I know it's better, but I don't know if I like it, if that makes sense.
Be still my heart.
I know, because there are lots of things where, yes, this took liberties, but this took so many liberties that I'm
Wow.
like, man, I don't know if I like this, in the sense that
JJ, did you hear that? Say that again.
I don't know if I like this.
Just making sure.
And I might be yelling into the void with this, because I know, again, I can understand. This might be my hottest take of the show ever, really.
Wow.
In the sense that, like, I understand this is probably technically the best movie. It is technically sound. But again, we'll get into it. There is just some things that me as a Spider-Man fan that I'm just like, man, I really wish that they didn't make that change for the movie. I understand for the movie they had to do that, but I just don't really like it.
Wow.
Yes, but I can still say that the train scenes peak even after all these years, and I love the setup for the next movie. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with, much like X-Men 2, I think the perfect amount of time passes between this movie and the last movie.
Oh yeah, because he's established.
He's
now.
established, but just enough. Everybody's established now. And it's like, okay, a little bit of time has passed.
Nobody got mad at each other between movies.
I hate that. Where it's just enough time. Everybody's grown just a little bit. The perfect amount of time. And my goodness, Hollywood needs this now more than ever.
Yeah.
They love to have just like 4 movies worth of stuff happen between movies now.
Well, so that we're coming at it from opposite ends.
We
this
are a
time,
little
which
bit.
is kind of interesting.
Yes.
So let's start with our boy
Yeah.
again.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. And you know
Spider-Man.
something that I really love about this movie that is sorely missed in modern day superhero films? He has the same suit.
Yes, for the most part.
I mean, there are like quality of life tweaks, but it's the same suit.
Yeah.
I don't need Spider-Man to have 10 different suits every movie.
Yes.
Drives me insane.
I completely agree.
So that's fantastic. I just had to
Yes.
get that out of the way. I mentioned it in my opening that the beginning, the introduction of this movie is even more efficient than this movie. I think this one does a great job because it has a lot to establish.
That's what I'm talking about. Where like it just the perfect amount of time has passed. That pizza scene is so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so
Well, it tells you everything you need to know.
It's true.
Like you don't even realize that you're learning about this stuff because you're having such a good time.
Yeah.
My main memory with that is in the Game Boy Advance game. That's the first level is delivering pizzas.
Yeah.
And it's so annoying because you just have to go to all these different like buildings and deliver pizzas.
Yeah. It starts out with like, you know, you're thinking that you're looking at Mary Jane, and then it cuts out to the billboard, and then, you know, you get into Joe, and then, you know, he just go, and then boom, it's just into action.
Yeah.
I love it.
And it feels so much bigger.
It does.
It's everything.
Well, you
is
can
like,
just see it on this. It's like Empire.
Yeah.
I think that you really realize Empire when you first see Vader on the Star Destroyer for the first time.
everything's
You're
so clean and it's
Everything's
big
clean.
and-
Everything's huge. It's just like, oh my, wow. the studio clearly has confidence in this now.
Yeah.
And that's nice.
Yeah.
And this, you can totally see that. Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Peter, there's not a lot to say here until we get to kind of the thesis because
Yes.
he's the same guy, really.
He
He's a
is.
little bit more grown up. He's grown just enough. He's got a
Yes.
job now. He's, well, kind
He's
of.
trying.
Yeah.
He kind of gets fired in the first scene.
Yeah, he's going to college.
Yes.
He's trying to maybe make he's decided not to pursue Mary Jane because
Yes.
he's Spider-Man.
Yes. He's decided Spider-Man's a full-time job.
Exactly.
Yes.
And he laments that throughout this movie. So that's kind of where we start. I do love Peter's birthday, though. That's one of the first scenes we get. He comes home. Again, it's so tight. I think what I appreciate and what I'm trying to get with the writing in these movies, they feel so subtext. There's like no expository dialogue in these movies. It's just you pick up on things. Peter comes, he's surprised that it's his own birthday because he's so busy being Spider-Man.
It's sad that all this happened on his birthday.
I know. Some little pieces of dialogue from that scene. Aunt May praises Norman, tears down Spider-Man.
Yep.
You get Harry, like, how's the bug these days?
I love that delivery because it's just sucks you right back in to the first movie. It's like, oh no, yeah, this is not. Hey, that's nice. It wasn't resolved between movies.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is going to be a building thing throughout this movie and going forward.
You could tell that they've talked about it maybe between movies, but it's not been resolved.
No, not at all.
Yeah, because we're going to dedicate some time to that, which is really, really nice.
Yes.
But unlike the first movie, we don't have Green Goblin to foil off of Peter. Who do we have this time, Seth?
We have none other than Dr. Otto Octavius.
Guy named Otto Octavius ends up with 8 limbs. What are the odds?
What are the odds? Not my favorite. I much prefer Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. That's
It's definitely, if like we were to rank them, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin is number 1.
Yeah.
But he's number 2, I think.
Someone has to be number 2.
You're just not a big fan of Alfred Molina, huh?
No, I think
Raiders of the Lost Ark fame.
I think he does a good job. I just have a hard time getting past that the arms are evil.
Okay, you don't like that addition.
I just really don't like that. Also, I just the insanity of like, I get it, it's a comic book movie, but again, the whole I'm gonna just build a sun and I'm gonna build the sun in a room, like all of that is just wild. And I get it, it's fantastical. We're talking about that, like it's crazy. I think it's just again. My first big qualm was I really just don't like that the arms feel like they're their own character, which they are. And he's not really a character outside of just the arms influencing him.
Well,
except at the beginning and at the end.
But look at the film's central thesis here. We have Spider-Man losing himself, Doc Ock losing himself. It's a reminder to us, the audience, and to Spider-Man saying, hey, here's what happens when you lose.
Yes. And where in the last movie, I get it. These are polar opposites, but at the same time, these guys realize, oh no, we're the same. We're men of science, that we can come together and we can help and he's not going to die a monster.
Yeah. You don't like that?
I get it. I like it. But at the same time, I don't like how we got there.
Hashtag not my Doc Ock.
Hashtag not my Doc Ock. I just want, just a crazy scientist guy who's bad, who's like not just that like he's being influenced by the arms.
Crazy scientist guy that's bad.
I like that.
Just wanted the same movie again.
Yeah, I guess so. I wanted. I don't know. I just don't. So you do like the arms? I do. You like it being its own thing. I do think. Well, again, they're a wonder to behold in the movie, like the practicality.
Why isn't that his science experiment?
It's true.
We just gloss past the arms.
I know, it does bother me. That too. That like, why isn't there? You go, Konnor. What's up with the sun? Why not just have the arms be the science experiment? Why are we making it complex? I guess it's probably the same thing where like they're simplifying it with like that's why he doesn't have web shooters and everything like that. It just seems like we're simplifying it for the movie.
Maybe it's because I didn't have prior reference to Doc Ock. But once again, story is king for me. It's always king. Yeah. And even if you're going to make a change, even changes that I like, or rather change from something I did like into something different. If the story's good, I'm okay with it. And this, I think, makes total sense. You're trying to show 2 men of science. We did the evil scientist. Yeah. Let's show one who loses himself completely to his science, to this alter ego. Yeah. And it shows Peter, hey, like you have a choice. This is what that becomes if you completely lose Peter Parker in the process.
Yeah. But what I kind of don't like, though, either is Norman kind of did himself in, right? Ock kind of does himself in as well. It's like they don't really have like, yes, Peter did have a final confrontation, but these guys definitely don't really have that much of a final confrontation. Really, all things considered.
I mean, he does beat him.
We'll get into that, but it's not. It misses the pizzazz of this. Okay, I think that's all. Don't get me wrong, they're awesome. I like the lights when they're in control. They're red. When he's in control, they're white. I do like that there's subtlety to it. I like too that he's got longer hair, and then as he's becoming more and more Doc Ock like evil, he starts getting more and more of a bowl cut. So I do like
shows that a little time's passing,
a little bit of time's passing, but also too that he's becoming more and more comic booky. Yeah, that he's starting to look more like his comic book counterpart. Last thing I do want to say about him: how about that scene where he wakes up after the accident?
The hospital scene?
Yes.
Sam Raimi got a Sam Raimi for a little bit.
I was going to say Raimi going to Raimi, because then I know you said you haven't seen Evil Dead. This feels the most like Evil Dead.
I've seen clips.
It is nuts. Just the close up, no music playing, just hearing sounds of saws hitting against metal and stuff
and
like
screaming
that.
Women. Name me a more iconic duo: Sam Raimi and Screaming Women.
It's true. Absolute insanity. He makes Mary Jane scream this entire movie.
I know.
It's
Basically.
crazy. Yes.
Take out your qualms with the changes.
Yeah.
What do you just think about this guy and his performance?
He does a good job. I think he does good. I just, again, it's just tough because I'm just like, I get that that the arms want to complete their mission and stuff like that. I understand that, but it's like, why are you being so evil with all of this? Where it's just like
The inhibitor chip.
The inhibitor chip's just making him evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like even more so. That's the whole thing where I'm just like,
But they established that literally in the first scene.
yeah, exactly. Well, why are the arms evil? That's not.
Because they just are totally focused on their task.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, you could argue like, why is he saying mean things that are like comically evil from time to time? It's like, whatever.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's camp. It's fun. Well, you talk about him then. I don't care.
Well, I said everything I like
Oh,
about
you
him.
just think he's awesome.
Well, I said why. I think he's a great foil.
Yeah. Is he better?
Is he better than what?
Like if you in a perfect world, are you picking Ock over Green Goblin?
No, Goblin, but it's a close second.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Again, I think that he does a great job thematically of mirroring Spider-Man in this story.
Again, as I said, he's great in this story. That is one of the big qualms with me that I just don't really like.
Just don't like to change.
I don't like the change.
Okay.
It bothers me, and I think that it affects the character enough that I'm like, I feel like you lost the sauce a little bit with the character. Now it's your own character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just me.
To each their own.
Yes, that's just me. And again, maybe the hottest take I've ever had on the show.
Well, let's pull back a little bit. Let's talk about some of the supporting cast because we get some new supporting cast members. This one, a bit of a small one, but an important one.
Gotcha.
Not the Lizard.
But Dr. Curtis Connors.
Dr. Curtis Connors.
I really like this edition just because it's showing we're building out the world because you hear his name in the first one.
Yeah.
Now we actually have him here.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of fun.
And you know what? I like that he doesn't become the Lizard yet.
Oh, thank goodness, because that's the last thing we need is just more Lizard stuff. But I would love to see a Sam Raimi Lizard movie because he loves these kind of like tragic villains.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be kind of neat to see Sam Raimi like take that idea of the Lizard.
Yeah. What about our next little group of supporting cast members?
Mr. Dickovich and Ursula.
Mr. Dickovich and Ursula.
Yes, I love them. I love them both so much.
They're so great.
Yes. She's what Mary Jane was like presented as in the first movie. She's the girl next door.
She's now the girl next door.
She's the girl next door. And she's so nice. And I get it. He usually shows up at the worst time for Peter, but I still love it.
Yeah.
It
Do
just
you?
because I mean that's life. Have you ever just had somebody kind of like that in your life where it's just like, man, that I know they mean well, but I really just don't have time for this right now. And I haven't paid rent. I understand like where he's coming from and everything like that. The one time that I'm like, oh come on, when he goes and he gets in front of him in the bathroom and then shuts the door and then opens it back up, rent? It's like,
give me a break, Mr. Dickovich.
Exactly. It was like it was last night. Or again, on his birthday, take his $20. It's all I have for the week, just takes it.
I mean, Sam Raimi beats Peter to a pulp in this movie.
That's Spider-Man, Konnor.
I know, but like
there.
this movie in particular, he just beats Spider-Man up. So those guys are kind of small additions to our story, but they help build out the world. They help flesh out Peter Parker as a character.
I was going to say, especially when he doesn't have his powers and stuff like that, I think it really builds out the Peter Parker side of him rather than the Spider-Man side of him.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd agree with that.
And that's important. The duality of man.
The duality of man.
Yes.
What about Mr. Harry Osborn?
I like him more in this movie. I like that we're growing. We're getting to something. I like, too, that he's used very sparingly.
I like him in this movie. Like you said, he doesn't get a lot to do. It's just build. We're just building to a crescendo that's going to come in the third movie.
Yeah, but I like that, though.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. That's like, don't forget about this. Again, it almost feels like that we're like a New Hope empire.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately...
Well, he's growing. And you can almost feel that he started to move away. Like he started to forget about the Spider-Man stuff. And then everything happened with Otto. And he's like, I mean, he literally says it. I have nothing left except Spider-Man.
During the first demonstration where Spider-Man saves him, and he's like, this doesn't change anything between us.
Yeah.
And then he just keeps
It's just
going.
a moment, right? It's just enough to carry you.
That's all we need.
It's really, really good stuff.
Yes.
How about...
Although, what's he do for Oscorp exactly?
I know. He said he's running their like science division. Their
Yeah,
R&D
something
division.
along like I feel like that all he's doing is like shaking hands, kissing babies, that sort of thing. Cause I'm like, dude, you couldn't even get through like high school chemistry or whatever. So I'm like, come on, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just me.
So there's Harry. Not a lot to do, but setup. Nice.
Yes,
What
setup.
about Mary Jane?
I feel bad. I feel bad for J. Jonah Jameson's son.
Dude, right?
Colonel
Because
John
once
Jameson,
again-
a war hero.
Once again, big old cheater.
I know.
Right here.
Yeah,
Ah.
the upside down kiss, didn't care for it.
I know.
Yeah, that bothered me. A
Well,
lot.
then she has the nerve in the next movie
the gall.
to be like, that was our kiss. You should have known how that'd make me feel. It's like,
Yeah.
Mary Jane, I know it was in the privacy of your own home and circumstances were a little different, but you did the same thing.
Wow, I've never even thought about that. What's wrong with this girl?
I just, it's funny. You don't hear the entirety of my notes on Mary Jane Watson for
Yeah.
this movie. You ready?
Yeah.
MJ sucks.
Wow.
So-
Okay.
She's just so selfish.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. She will they, won't they's with Peter a lot. And she's not so bad in the beginning of the movie because, Peter decided he didn't want anything to do with her.
It's
or like,
true,
wasn't
and he
gonna
keeps
pursue that.
dumping on her, like because he says like, "No, I'll be there," and then he's not there,
And then he's not there. And so
Yeah.
like, I feel for her.
Yeah.
But then as soon as she gets with JJ's son, like
Yeah.
you said, she can't leave that with Peter. And the end of the movie is supposed to be so happy.
Yeah.
But she just walks out on him on their wedding
I was
day.
very. She walked out on her wedding day. No way.
So MJ sucks. I'll have the most to say about her in the third movie,
Yeah.
but big old boo hiss yuck from me.
Boo hiss yuck. That's rough, Konnor.
More supporting cast. We have one very important one,
Aunt May.
Aunt May.
Aunt May. And I'm some of the best dialogue in any superhero movie ever.
Yes, it is.
Yes. The scene's so good. It has like, but it never forgets the levity. I love how this scene, I know that we're going to talk about the scene, but just how it ends with, where are all my comic books? Oh, I threw those dreadful things away.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's kind of like the whole, you do too much.
Yeah.
You're not Superman, It's just, wink, wink, nudge, nudge at the camera. I love it.
Before we talk about that scene, like the iconic one, there's a scene before this that I'm curious your thoughts on, and it's when Peter confesses.
Yeah.
This scene kind of bothers me a little bit.
I'm with you. I don't think that her response seems odd
Yes, right?
compared to how her response is in the first movie.
Now I think she recovers. Like, hey, water under the bridge, whatever. It's not a big deal. I don't think she would act like that at all.
No.
I get she's a human being and like she's hearing this information and that's really hard for her to hear.
Yeah, especially when it was, 2 years from his passing or almost 2 years from his passing.
Yeah.
That it's like, oh,
But she should have been a lot more comforting to Peter. Because
think.
she is that character in Spider-Man 1. He gets dumped on and dumped on and dumped on. And then Aunt May swoops in and gives him those words of encouragement. And she does give him the words of encouragement, but it's later.
yeah. As I said before, that scene where she talks about being a hero and about how everyone needs a hero, I think it makes up for it.
Yeah. There's a little Beyond the Dune Sea lore for you. Back in our Last Jedi video, I actually quoted that entire speech, but then I cut it because I'm like, this is too long.
Yeah. So that's really sat with you then.
Yeah, this is one thing from this movie I have always thought about. Just, sometimes you have to be steady
Yeah.
and give up the thing you want the most
It's true.
and how important that is. In fact, I think we might as well just bring it up. Like this is
Kind of the thesis of the movie.
the thesis of the movie.
It's true. That's the difference between good and evil. Let's get deep for a second. But I think that this right here, sometimes to do what's right, we have to be steady and give up the thing that we want most, even if it's our dreams. I mean, if that's not the definition of love,
yeah.
sacrificial love,
Yeah.
I don't know what is. And I think that that's the blueprint of being a good person and
Yeah.
looking out for, fellow man.
Any good superhero movie, any good story, it should use kind of fantastical elements, exaggerate in order to get across a central theme, something that's very human. Like great power comes great responsibility. This goes a little bit deeper in that. What is responsibility? It's not just great power. What is it? It's something more than that. It's something deeper.
Yeah.
It's something that you can take home to your everyday life. Like you might not be Spider-Man, but you've got responsibilities and you can apply them.
100% that this is fantastical, an idea, but we can't apply it to our lives. We literally can't apply this to our everyday lives. This feels like Tolkien.
It does.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
In a perfect world, if you're giving up the thing that you want most in the world to help other people are doing that too.
Yep.
In turn, everybody can help each other.
Yeah. And
Yeah. In one way or another.
In the first movie, his arc is more about
Discovery.
Yeah, it's about discovering his great power and
how
not being
awesome
arrogant.
this is. Yeah.
And here it's like, I don't want all of this because I can't have the things that I want. In fact, he has that moment where he's staring out the window. Am I not supposed to have what I want?
Yeah.
And he decides he will be Spider-Man no more. Now, you didn't like Doc Ock as an adaptation. How about this? Oh, Lord.
This is the other thing.
Here we go.
This is the other thing that I don't hate the idea of him giving up Spider-Man. I mean, this happens in Amazing Spider-Man number 50. but he just gives up being Spider-Man. I don't like the mental block. I understand that, like, it's, again, I'll come back to the web shooters. It makes sense for him, or like, now that he has been genetically altered as a spider and his powers, it fits for the story.
Okay.
But this is just one of those, like, kind of like core ideas. You really changed Doc Ock in this movie. You really changed Spider-Man. I will give you this. Spider-Man, a lot of times, especially in those earlier books, has multiple fights with villains. That, like, they best him once, and that has to do with his confidence. And that he can get them the next time because his confidence has been built up. He understands the assignment, basically. But a complete mental block and not just his powers just aren't working. I mean, he needs to be, like, zapped with a special laser or hit with a special missile or something like that. Yeah, I just don't really like the fact that they just come and go. I think that it's interesting for the plot. Like, I liked the whole, I'm like, oh, cool. It's kind of like he's out of web fluid and everything. No, he's literally out of web fluid. I don't know. And I think it slows the movie way down. I understand that you need that. But, like,
slow the movie down.
Oh my gosh, that middle part. Like, yeah, it's interesting. But I mean, at the same time, I'm just like, come on, guys. Man, we're hanging out with the Ewoks. So yeah, this is the other thing that I just don't like very much, if I'm going to be honest. Yes.
Do you think that this change is good for the movie, though?
I think it works wonderful. Just like how this works for the movie.
Okay.
Just like how the organic, it works great for the movie verse.
So you just can't get past the change.
I just think that you are really changing the character a lot when you do this.
You don't think it does it for the better for this adaptation?
Do you like it better?
Yeah.
Do you like just that, like, whenever he loses a little bit of, like, that this could come back and get him again? Or do you think he's got it?
I think he's got it.
Yeah. Again, this is literally the other thing too, as I said at the top, this is Superman 2. Literally, Superman gives up his powers to be normal, to be with Lois Lane. And then he realizes, no, I have to be Superman. And then he has to fight the bad guy.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that I'm like, I wish that they would have come up with a different, this is like the classic second movie. This one feels pretty fresh and having its own spin on it. This feels a lot of paint by numbers with things that came before it. That's just me.
I just don't agree with that.
That's fine. You can not agree with it. Again, probably some of my hottest takes are going to be with this because I care about Spider-Man a lot.
I know you do.
Yes.
I guess my perspective is like...
You're coming at it all with movies, though. I'm coming at it as like a Spider-Man from a whole.
Yeah. I learned more about Spider-Man later in life.
Yeah.
So it's not that aspect to it. I know that this was a change.
Yeah.
And I understand that.
Yeah.
But my perspective is like, you're telling a story, you have 2 hours and whatever minutes to tell it.
I get it.
I'm okay with you making changes as long as it serves the story.
Yeah.
And it serves the character.
I get it. It makes a lot of change. It makes a lot of sense. I'm not saying that it doesn't.
Because I think sometimes some movies go out of their way to be comic accurate and it hurts their story.
Yeah.
Because it makes things too convoluted.
Yeah.
Whereas here, it's a perfect through line from Spider-Man 1, from great power comes great responsibility.
Yes.
To, okay, I'm giving up my power because I don't want this responsibility anymore. Whereas this was, you're abusing your power.
Yeah.
This is, okay, if that's my responsibility, I just don't want it.
I just wish that he just gave up being Spider-Man. Just give it up. He can.
He does, but it just takes it a step further.
It takes it even a step further. He literally can't be Spider-Man.
Well, what's the climax of this moment? What's the turning point? What's the Dark Night of the Soul? It's the burning building, a direct reference to what happens in this movie.
Yes.
He has to go in as Peter Parker, showing that he's not just the suit. He's not just Spider-Man. There's more to him than that. And Spider-Man brings out the best in him. And that's what he needs to, that's what he needs to be.
Yes. So
I think it all works in this movie.
Yeah. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. It's kind of like Empire. Is Empire your favorite Star Wars movie?
My second favorite.
Okay. But you understand why, like, it is a lot of people's first.
Yeah.
I see the exact same thing. I like this one more than I like this one, but I can understand. I can see it. I see the vision.
Yeah.
I understand, but there's just some stuff I just don't like about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you know something I bet you won't like about this?
What?
Might as well talk about it now. That's the soundtrack. Because there's a bit of an interesting tale.
Do you know about the drama about this?
I didn't until we discussed it a little bit off camera.
So, yes, you kind of said at the top, like, Danny Elfman did do this score, but he didn't get to do as much with it as he wanted to. A lot of it is just replayed tracks from the first one. And it's wild. If you know that fact and then you're watching the movie, you can't unhear it. It's crazy.
Because explain the drama.
So when they were editing this movie, Sam Raimi used a lot of what is the term? I'm sorry. They used a lot of temp music. Movies often do that when they're editing the movie. They use just music that's like, hey, I want it to kind of sound like this. Well, Sam Raimi went a step further and said, hey, I just used footage or music from the first movie and I like it. Don't change it. So Danny Elfman didn't really get to do as much with Doc Ock or the other characters.
I think that's the biggest problem is there's no Doc Ock theme.
There isn't really a Doc Ock theme at all. And so, I mean, you get a little bit of the boom, boom, boom sounds as he's like,
You're right.
as he's going
but those are
along and
more
stuff like
sound
that.
effects, musical sound effects
it's
than
true.
anything.
I kind of understand where he's coming from. Anyway, it got so bad that he does not come back for the third one. Is that he's still credited for this movie, but he did not do the music for his themes were used in the third movie, and that's basically it. And I can understand as an artist
being really frustrated by that.
I would be very frustrated, and I'd be so frustrated that I can understand why he wouldn't come back.
Well, we move into the finale.
The finale.
Because this movie has quite a finale. And I think we in order to discuss the finale, we have to talk about first what some consider to be the peak of this movie.
Yes.
The train scene.
It's so good.
What about how we get there? That iconic transition.
That shot in between his eye or into his glasses.
Out of his glasses.
It's so good. And then hopping up there. Come on, let's talk. It's really good. And Raimi's having fun. You could tell with I like how creative the arms are fighting and how creative Peter is and how that interaction, them falling onto the train, that ding 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 as then they get pulled onto the train. Good stuff.
It's really good.
Do you have a favorite moment?
It's that iconic pose when he lands on the train.
Oh, okay.
I love that. And I also love him this moment.
My favorite, I think, has to be the physics of him on the train, throwing him through that bridge and then going through the bridge and then
that's really slick.
Dude, now that is cool. Just I love the physics. I feel like that's just not in movies very much anymore. That's like taking Spider-Man where it's like what's something cool Spider-Man can do that other action heroes can't do. It's so good.
Hello, for you this time.
The evidence was supposed to make him look bad. You're fired.
But we haven't even covered Spider-Man 3 yet.
Okay, sit down. You're unfired.
Let us do our job.
Gosh.
JJ. Goodness. Well, the train scene is only the first part of the finale.
Yes.
Because he gets to save people. And I like a superhero movie where the hero gets to save people.
Yes.
Get the nice moment.
What about the moment with everybody on the train and everything? It's like, he's no younger than my son.
Yeah, I think it's a nice moment.
Yeah. We won't tell anybody. Somehow those kids got on the train that have his mask. No way.
A little bit of suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, little Christ-like figure action with him being carried over everybody.
But then we get to the kind of final moment, which the final confrontation, which is interesting because once again, Mary Jane gets kidnapped.
Yes.
A little ham-fisted, but that's okay. Mary Jane and everybody, we're all in the harbor now, and he defeats Doc Ock.
Yes.
His suit gets all cut up again, but not the mask. I like the difference. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And
he ends
Doc
up just
Ock's,
taking the mask off because he's got to appeal to his humanity, remember?
Yeah. But then he gets to repeat what he's learned throughout the movie.
Yes.
Sometimes we have to be steady and give up the thing we want the most. Listen to me now. I really like that.
I will not die a monster.
As he pulls it in.
Yes. It just, again, it doesn't set well with me that there's no real final fight. Well,
the final fight's the train.
I know it's the train, but then Peter never really triumphs, really. I mean, all he does, he just pulls up the...
he does. He knocks him into the water. And
who knocks who into the water?
He knocks Doc Ock into the water.
No, he electrocutes. Doc Ock electrocutes himself because he pulls up the
Peter
cable.
does that.
Yeah, Peter pulls up the electrical
then
thing
he gets knocked into the water,
and then he gets flies into the water, and then they talk, and his arms are damaged, and then he decides that
I think
I'm going to save the day.
It would have been a little much to have a third fight because they fight 3 times in this movie.
They do.
All
4,
really,
technically.
well, if you count that one, sure.
Well, I was going to say that there's the first experiment, there's the one the bank, and there's the one on the train.
Sure.
Yeah,
the bank, by the way. Incredible cheesiness. I love the bags of golden coins.
It's good stuff.
It's amazing.
It's really, really good.
I love it.
Yeah, I like the scene where he's walking up the wall, his tentacles are going through the wall.
Hear that one girl?
Yeah, people are freaking out. Again, Raimi's gonna ram me.
Raimi's gonna ram me.
Yes, and I do like too that Aunt May does help out a little bit. The Spidey can't do it all on his own. And she hits him in the back of the head.
Yeah,
and that's good stuff.
Oh, then did you notice the thing that happens at the end? Mary Jane tries to do the exact same thing, but he's like, nah, I learned.
Yep,
not happening again.
Yes.
That's really funny. And Aunt May's hilarious line.
We sure showed him. What do you mean we?
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Really good. Yes. So you do like Doc Ock saving the day, taking everybody out.
Yeah,
And they're taking
contrast.
himself out. Yes.
He learns
It's
from
true.
Peter.
You think the river would have been able to put out the sun? You think they could have drowned it?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of dissipates the energy. I think it makes sense.
Okay, all right.
It's a goofy comic
I'm
book
just being
science.
dumb. I'm being dumb. This is the real ending for me. I love Spider-Man, but I love the Green Goblin just as much as I like Spider-Man.
And he gets a little cameo.
And he gets a fun, like that mirror stuff. Avenge me! And then the Harry kind of turns into him. Did you notice that he had taken down Norman's painting? That it was a painting of MJ?
I didn't notice that. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
It's just good stuff about how he's like trying to turn over a new leaf and everything. We didn't even really talk that much about the whole him about ready to stab and he has to stop. It's good stuff.
That is really good
Yeah,
because
and
he's so
just
taken aback by it. He
Yes.
hasn't. Again, feels real.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, what
killed
do I
my
do?
Yeah, you killed my father. It's like we're
I don't
not
know
talking
why-
about this right now. I don't know why Peter just didn't explain.
I know.
It to him
I
right
think
there.
he should just real quick. Like,
Yes.
I didn't. Well, we'll talk about. I didn't kill him. We'll talk about it later. And
Yes.
then Bernard should have been like, "Yo, he's right.
Yeah. By the way.
Come on, man."
Yeah. Even with what Bernard said, though, why couldn't? Never mind. We'll get into that later. They're just like, but yes, this is my real ending. I like the through line, like how this sets up. You said during the funeral sets everything up nicely. I think this sets up everything nicely.
Yeah.
And then we get to the wedding.
We get to the wedding.
And I'm just like, this is dumb. And then I think the go get him tiger, I don't feel like is very earned.
It's not, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Here's my. You want to know my final note for
Here's
this
your
movie? that I
final
wrote?
note. Yeah.
I hate Mary Jane cheating hoe.
Wow. Wow, dude, you are intense today.
That just drives me nuts.
Yeah.
She just cheats on everybody
I
in these
know.
movies.
Yes.
They're like, relax. Even the next movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mary Jane.
Stop.
It's even worse in the next movie. But Peter's also really bad in the next movie.
No, I know he's bad.
But,
well,
like-
but I think that's the whole thing. Never mind. We're going to get into that
Okay.
movie. We got to stop. We got
Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3. So the hype was real for
I
this
was
movie.
fully invested.
This was
at
like Revenge
point.
of the Sith for you, wasn't it? You were like fully invested in it.
I don't know about that
Really?
hard, but close.
I was. This was crazy. I remember I could not go midnight because I was old enough that I could go to midnight releases. I could not. I had a final the next day.
Gotcha.
And so my parents were like, "Nope, you can't go." So I was going right after my final. And I remember people just being like, who'd already seen it, like, "Seth, you were going to be so impressed with Venom." And I'm like, "Why are you even talking to me about it? I don't even want to know. Just stop. Just stop." And so yeah,
I went with
Yeah.
my dad to this one.
yeah,
This was a good time.
yeah.
The posters, the Burger King
All of it.
toys.
It's a vibe. It's kind of like, again, what I was saying with like the lava is the through line.
Yeah.
Yeah. For Revenge of the Sith,
True.
like this is like, you know, the black as opposed to the red. Dude, this shot. Yeah. Like,
so awesome.
it is. It is. This shot of the eyes. And what I was talking about earlier, this is in the 90s comic. Or the 90s cartoon. That footage of him looking at his reflection is, it's so good. It's so good.
Oh,
Yeah.
they cooked with this trailer,
Well,
man.
it sounds like Pirates of the Caribbean or something like that. This just has all that epic music. Everything.
It's not even his delivery from the movie.
Oh yeah. Godzilla sound
Yeah, I know.
effect. It's like,
That's not even the movie either.
no, it just
I liked it with trailer. People just had fun.
just went nuts. Yeah, but that's why people get sued. So we don't want that.
I think this might have been the peak of movie trailers, right?
You
here.
think
This-
so?
This late
This is it?
2000s.
Yeah, that's not in the movie. Like
I
seeing
know,
his reflection,
yeah.
but I mean, it hyped me up as a kid. Gosh, what a cool shot! I love him going through the window. It's so good. So good.
I need your help. I have to stop it.
Nice little, not showing what actually happened. Yeah.
Yeah, a little.
Yep, and you just get a nice. It's so good. It's so good.
It's such a good trailer, man.
Everything. Oh man.
Lies within.
This is the struggle. Look at that.
It's amazing.
Again, well, we don't even need a title. Just a 3 with the black
Yep.
going over the red. So anyway, guys, Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3. It's not about the money,
It
Spider-Man.
is not about the money, Spider-Man.
Oh boy, yeah.
Oh boy, yeah.
Review.
Okay.
Because you hate this, you love this.
Yeah. So you know how we like to talk about peaks and valleys on this show? This, all things considered. All right. Well, okay. Here, let me start again. Because I'm really...
Inside you, there are two Spider-Men.
Yes, exactly. This is tough. All right. Okay. All right. So, you know how we talk about peaks and valleys on this show? I think this might be the perfect example of the highest peaks and while at the same time the lowest valleys are happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That being said, though, all things considered, this could have been way worse.
Wow. What a review.
Yeah.
Just leave it at that.
Well, okay. Hold on. This thing moves a mile a minute. It reminds me a lot of episode 3. I know that you get mad at me saying that because I know that you hold episode 3 in such high reverence, but it does just with how it's just flying. You really kind of do need to turn your brain off though too during this movie because characters just disappear for like 20 minutes at a time. Villains disappear for like 20 minutes at a time. Things are just kind of happening, but at the same time, it's really cheesy and it's so good at the same time.
So good.
Yes. It feels like it really is at this point just kind of like almost rolling around in its own canon. They're having fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a little bit more time has passed. And now I think because this one was so serious, they kind of forgot to have a little bit of fun in this movie. So this is trying to make up for that shortfall.
Okay.
We'll see how that pans out, though.
Bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it works out
We'll
for
see
him.
if it pays off. He wrote a novel.
Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
If Spider-Man 2 is one of the greatest superhero films ever made, then many would say Spider-Man 3 is one of the worst.
Yeah.
And those people are wrong. To all the naysayers, Rotten Tomato reviews, and haters, I say fiddlesticks. This movie rules and you can't convince me otherwise. Is the writing as tight? No. Is the story as simple and efficient as the other two?
No.
Not at all. Is the villain casting as definitive as Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina? I don't know. Is Topher Grace in No Way Home? No, there's the answer to that. There's just something about.
Would have ruled if he was.
There's just something about Black Suit Spidey that rewired little Konnor's brain when he first saw this movie in theaters. Did I dye my hair black and walk around acting like Tobey Maguire with a healthy dose of that's literally me energy? Who's to say? Who's to say? And even though Danny Elfman didn't return, is iconic. And that's a vocal stem I use in my daily life, even to this day.
We do it on the show all the time.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
I'm not going to argue that this film is objectively better than the other two, whatever that means. But I'm also not going to pretend it isn't ridiculously fun and bursting with charm. Set pieces like Peter and Harry's opening fight, Spider-Man versus Sandman, and the action-packed finale are impossible to watch with a frown on your face. Go ahead and try. Turn this movie on and try to frown. You can't do it. It's impossible. The over-the-top silliness of Tobey Maguire is completely in line with the camp of the first two movies. And I genuinely think that if this film had stuck to maybe one or two villains instead of three, the Arid, it would be remembered in the same conversation as the other two. Thomas Hayden Church and Topher Grace step up as our two new villains after Harry Osborn is sidelined by amnesia, which is hilarious
For
to me.
20 minutes.
And they're fine.
Yeah.
Sandman isn't anything to write home about, although he does carry much of the movie's emotional weight, which is interesting. Eddie Brock is essentially evil Peter Parker, and that serves as a nice foil to Peter throughout the back half of the story. And the most fully realized villain arc is, of course, Harry Osborn, because we've built up to it for 2 entire movies. And what can I say? I'm a sucker for a hero-villain team-up at the end. The Danny Elfman theme kicking in as Harry grabs Peter's hand. So good.
It's so good.
Even if the writing isn't as tight as the first two movies, the central thesis is a Beyond the Dune Sea classic. We always have a choice to be better. Every major character, hero, and villain alike is confronted with that choice by the end of the story. Some choose to be better, others don't, because they just like being bad.
It makes them happy.
It's a genuinely powerful message wrapped inside a wonderfully messy movie. Ooh. So good.
It is so good.
Genuinely, and I'm not even joking about this, I think this is my favorite of the three.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild. Why is he so mean?
I'm not going to praise it in the same way, but I'm still going to praise it. I'm going to wax poetic all over this thing because who's first up? Who do we got to talk about first?
Harry Osborn. Yeah.
So good.
So good. It's my favorite. It's my favorite Raimi meme.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Mm-hmm. This is so well set up. And in another world, I would have wished, I think this and Venom could have been better. I know Venom was the tack on.
Yeah.
But I do think Venom and Harry would have worked really nicely.
But I think Sandman and Harry could have worked really nicely.
Could've,
That's the whole thing, because like Raimi loves that like tragic villain. Mm-hmm. So I think that like Sandman fits the bill of Green Goblin and Otto Octavius.
Well, I think Harry's the tragic villain in this one.
Yeah, but like Sandman, he's a monster. I think that that's the whole thing, though, is I think in another world, Sandman also would have like kind of stayed more bad.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. No, Harry is incredible in this movie. The new Goblin fight comes out of friggin' nowhere.
I love it. And I really like that they're fighting over the ring.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of fun because you now have that emotional weight that you've built up with Aunt May giving the ring away and then how important that is now. And
it's a nice MacGuffin. It keeps you centered.
This is one of the things that reminds me of episode 3. There's like a fight every like couple minutes in this movie. It feels like, so it's just kind of like, oh, they're fighting again. No, this is really important. He can't lose that ring.
And he's trying to convince him that like, I did the right thing, Harry.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
And seeing him kind of fully fall from grace. It's that perfect like brother versus brother kind of story, much like episode 3.
Yes.
So in that way, I do really like it.
This thing is brutal though.
Yeah, the fight.
When he gets thrown through the 2 panes of glass, like through the building. And then also, I don't know why, I think it's unironically funny when Harry hits his head and he's laying on the ground and Peter just lands and just screams at Harry and nothing. It's like, because you just killed him.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Like he hit his head like 6 times. And again, it's that Looney Tune violence that's through all of these movies. That's like, oh wait, there's actually consequences to these, like the Looney Tunes violence. So yeah,
I agree with that.
It's weird because he kind of like takes over and speed runs the movie in like that middle 20 minutes. It's probably my favorite part of the movie when he's ripping apart their relationship and stuff like that.
It's getting the most baked idea for sure.
Because it all links back to the other stuff. Yeah. And I like that.
You like his design?
I wish that it looked a bit more goblin-y. Like the face mask is the thing that bothers me. And I remember people giving the snowboarding a hard time, but I'm like, at least it's something different. Harry's glider in the comics doesn't look like Norman's glider. They are different.
And it can get through those tight spaces.
It's true. So I felt like for the movie purposes, I felt like it worked.
A change that you liked.
A change that doesn't really bother me that much.
Okay.
Again, it's like the fundamental changes is like, that's crazy. In which I'm going to be curious, like, because we'll talk about there's some fundamental changes with some other characters in this movie. But for the most part, Harry does stay true to his comic book character. And I think he stays true to the character that we see in all of these. I mean, after he hits his head, what's he say to the nurse? I love them. I die for them. And then it cuts. And it's like, I wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like that.
Where's the bad? Where's the bad?
Yeah, I know. Like, this is so much fun. Well, coming up, Parker.
Edward Brock Jr., sir.
Edward Brock Jr.
He's another one. He is so tacked on. Because at least Venom, or the symbiote.
Yes.
It's right there in the beginning of the movie.
Yes. A Clintar. Did you know that?
That's what it's called?
That's what the species is called.
Okay.
Is a Clintar.
Getting an education.
I'm trying to help you out. Yeah. I'll be honest. It's a pretty big pet peeve when people call it Venom.
I know. Yeah. This is something like
that happened in our bracket. That people were calling it Venom, and it's like, no, it's not Venom.
Because we put Venom on there, and we
should have been more specific.
We didn't need to be more specific because Venom is the combination of Eddie Brock and the symbiote.
Yes. Yeah,
that
they are
me
a poison. Aunt May says it best. She kind of equates it to a poison without realizing it. But yes, Eddie Brock hates Peter Parker. The symbiote hates Spider-Man.
And together,
they are a perfect poison.
They are a Venom.
Yes.
He does come like kind of tacked on into the movie where it's during the Gwen Stacy falling scene.
Yes.
Like, Edward Brock Jr., sir, by the way, I'm dating your daughter.
Yes. That's Gwen. And because Doc Ock is still pretty much like his counterpart to the comics, this is nothing like his counterpart to the comics. So I'm just like, whatever, I'm completely removed to it.
It's just a new character.
It's just a new character altogether. And it's essentially, so is the symbiote, is like a new character altogether. So I'm like, I have way less of a problem because I can see I could almost grasp Doc Ock that I'm like, you're almost there. You're the way I want you to be. Here, I'm just like, whatever. It's a lost cause. And I guess I'm having fun with it, I guess. It is like a whole new character.
Yeah.
But I like this kind of like evil Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Because they even kind of look alike. And he was in the running to be Spider-Man.
I think the key for Eddie is that he is just a bad person underneath too.
Yes.
Like you see him, like he tries to cheat the Bugle.
Yes.
He's trying to cheat Peter Parker, like all this stuff. So
And he's just slimy too.
Yeah, slimy. And so when the symbiote attaches to him, it amplifies his personality, and
The
that's not
negative
good.
aspects of you.
It amplifies Peter's negative aspects too, but Peter's in kind of not a great place at this moment, which is interesting because this movie actually starts out where Peter's in a great place.
He is in a good spot.
The movie's not beating him down like that. It's everybody else is now beating him down.
Yes.
Just-
all the people that he cares about. And I think kind of beats you down in a different way. It's different when strangers are being mean to you as opposed to the people that you care about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Eddie Brock, the other thing is just his scene where he becomes Venom is still, it just is so wild to me. Praying for the death of your enemy. Like,
It's awesome.
I want you to kill Peter Parker. Like
Yeah.
showing the image of the crucifix. I'm like, wow, that's just that's generational hate.
It's
Wild.
How wild would it have been if this is how the movie ended?
If they would have been the setup for 4,
Oh yeah. That just, that would have been awesome.
would have been sick.
It would have been.
Well, we got one more villain.
We too. We got another villain to round out this this trio of hate. We have Thomas Hayden Church's The Sandman.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks like he walked off the comic book page, even more so than I think these two.
Yeah.
Like, it is crazy how much
Looks
he
wise,
looks.
100%.
Yes.
I don't know that performance wise. He's good. It's just
He's
not
good.
that like,
I hate to say it. I think that the CGI gets to shine more. That scene where it's no talking.
that little
and
short film that's so beautiful.
It is beautiful. Why is it so good? It's like, again, when this movie's good, it's awesome. It just...
It's not strung together very well.
Not well, but at the same time, could I have done better? That's the whole, or that's where I'm left.
Well, the other movies feel like they went through several iterations to finally get what worked. This movie feels like, okay, I guess we're working off a first draft.
Got to get Venom in there.
So with Sandman, here's I think one of my main issues with this character, and it leads back to him and Eddie Brock Venom. If you look back at the other two movies, Doc Ock and Green Goblin both have like a personal connection to Peter Parker. And so they're introduced to the story in a much more natural way.
Yes, organic.
Organic.
Yeah.
With Eddie Brock and Flint Marko,
Yeah.
the first time you see Flint Marko, he just pops in.
Yeah, he's just there.
Just
He's
A
getting
plot, B
chased.
plot, A plot,
Yep.
B plot. And then, oh, by the way, he was involved in Uncle Ben's murder. And you're like,
now we care.
Okay, so that's my through line. And so
Yeah.
it's like you get that piece that connects you, but it's way later. And so in the beginning of the movie, it feels so jumbled because you're like, okay, Peter, Harry, a little bit of symbiote. Here's this random guy.
Yeah.
He's an escape convict. Like, you know that he's going to be a villain in the movie.
Yeah.
But why do I care? Oh, you care because he killed Ben Parker. Well, like, that comes out of nowhere.
It's true.
You know, do you like that?
But no, not really. It feels like they had to get it in there somewhere. And it's like, I want to get Sandman in, and I'm not sure how to get Sandman in. Yeah, I don't really like it. And it just, with the unreliable narrators and stuff, like seeing you don't see the whole flashback,
Right.
not until later.
Yeah, a
It's
little Rashomon thing going on.
Yes, so I just,
Well, that's what I'm saying when I think that if you remove Sandman, I think it's a much tighter story for what they're going with. Like, remove Sandman, personal connection with Harry.
he's not even hardly even in it that much.
I know, but
really.
he is like the driver for the first half.
He is, yes. He's what gets the suit on Peter, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think if you remove him, you keep the symbiote as a lingering threat while him and Harry are going on. You can still have Harry have the amnesia.
Yeah.
He has his spat with Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's maybe a better movie if you just cut this down
Yeah.
one villain, which is not a new thing to say.
Favorite fight
Oh, from all three,
from all of these?
it's either Black Suit Spidey versus Sandman or Harry versus Peter round 1.
Really? I think I gotta go Harry versus Peter round 2.
That's also great.
It's so
The
good.
Little Goblin Jr. He fights so much without his suit in this movie.
But I like that though, because it just it makes it feel more real.
Yeah.
He doesn't always have a suit on.
Well, it feels like a sequel to this fight.
Yes.
Gosh, what a brutal ending. What an insane ending.
Yes. That's your best friend.
It shows you the difference between the symbiote Peter and regular Peter, regular Spider-Man. Spider-Man's never trying to kill the people he's fighting.
Yeah.
He actually is trying to do him harm, like
Yes.
this entire fight.
He almost goes out to prove that, like, you're not better than me. This isn't even a contest.
Yeah.
I am going to ask, have you ever watched the other version of this movie? Did you know there's like a weird director's cut that's only on like one DVD?
No.
Yeah. The fight starts out, instead of Peter standing there, he's laying where Norman was laying. He's like, he's got his legs crossed. He's just sitting there, just waiting for him to turn around.
Wow.
I really do like that change to it. Some of the dialogue's a little bit different and they fight a little differently. But yeah, there's like a weird director's cut to it.
Interesting.
Yeah, of this movie.
I will have to watch that.
Some of the scenes are out of order or in a different order. It's really interesting. I don't know if I like it better, actually.
I'll have to hunt that down. That
Yeah,
sounds fun.
it's interesting.
I think we fibbed a little to the audience. We said there's 3 villains in this movie. There might be 4.
There might be. The greatest battle lies within. Yes.
Let's start off the look.
The look.
What do you think of Spidey's black suit? Because I know some people don't like this because it's just like a palette swap.
I think I would like it better if the spider was white. I think that would really, really help it because I kind of am in that camp of just that, like, it is kind of a palette swap. I don't hate it though. I like how the eyes are a little meaner.
Yeah.
I like how the spider's a little meaner, like that you could see. He's gonna get you. I like that, but at the same time, it didn't do a whole lot for me.
I'll say it. The coolest he's ever looked in any movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this suit so much. It's just so cool.
So you had a kind of like how I think every young man has an Anakin phase. Did you have a Tobey Maguire phase?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that and Punisher were kind of my emo phase.
Yeah.
I just love the look of this black suit. It's so clean and it just, I don't know, man. It just, again, did something to me. Symbiote Peter Parker, amazing.
Yes.
The Tobey Maguire stuff, it's so fun. I don't care that it's cheesy. I really like it. The dance, him just being mean, getting one up on Eddie Brock, all that stuff. It fits with the camp because the movie gets pretty serious.
Yes.
I mean, all the Tobey Maguire arc ends with him punching Mary Jane in the face. That's insane.
He shoved her, doesn't he? Doesn't she have her?
He does that.
Yeah,
he
I was going to say he like
her.
swings. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, maybe you call it a backhand to slap. I mean, he lays hands on her and that's like a wow.
That's like Anakin Padme stuff. Like you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that that's the catalyst to him, realizing what he did wrong and going into the iconic bell tower scene. I mean, gosh, talk about iconic stuff from this movie. That shot, man.
This was everywhere.
Deservedly so.
This was everywhere.
So good. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but this is the next one.
Because this vocal stem.
Dun, 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 dun. And then boom, 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 boom.
It's kind of crazy that...
May not be Danny Elfman, but...
No, Christopher Young came in and actually wrote some themes. And because of fighting, the soundtrack's never been released. Ever. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yes,
wow.
because of like the hate is so bad from all of this cluster that happened with the soundtracks and stuff like that. The soundtrack has never ever been released.
Never did know that.
Nope. That you can like people have cleaned it up from the movie, stealing it and stuff like that. But again, not an official release.
Well, we've been kind of dancing around him. We've talked about Symbiote Peter, but what about just regular old Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. How do you feel about Spider-Man in this movie?
We get to see Peter really in his peak. Prime Peter Parker, prime Spider-Man, up until the symbiote, and other people like to start crashing down on his life. And it's really this thing that he's been putting off. It's Mary Jane and Harry is what ultimately leads. That's why this movie is a little bit more messy because Sandman and Venom don't really fit into that mold quite as nicely.
Yeah, they don't have the through line to the other movies.
But there's pieces there. There's pieces of something really cool. Do you like Spider-Man in this movie?
Yeah, I think for the most part, when we get to Mary Jane, I have an interesting thing I want to ask you.
Go ahead.
Segue right into Mary Jane. So early on in the movie, they kind of get into it. She doesn't want him to just magically come in and fix it.
Right. Yeah.
She just wants to talk to him. I struggle with that as a human. That really is like going from like being boyfriend and girlfriend to being like a serious relationship where you need to understand each other and you need to be on the same page. And like, it's something I've struggled with in the past. Is that something that you've struggled with at all?
Well, maybe this is me telling on myself, but like I have trouble sympathizing with Mary Jane in that first scene.
Oh, okay.
When they get into it because of the negative review. You know,
gotcha.
She comes to Peter's like, oh my gosh, they hated it, whatever. And he's like, hey, listen, the Bugle comes at me all the time. It's not a big deal. You got to pick yourself back up. Yeah. And like, to me, I'm like, Peter's right. Yeah. He has experience with this.
Yes,
like,
but at the same time, not everybody wants that. Some people just want you to just sit and listen.
And that's
the
why,
whole thing.
And that's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm telling on myself a little bit because I'm like, I watch that scene and I get frustrated at Mary Jane. I'm like, why are you being so selfish?
Some people just want you to listen, not just fix it for them.
I think what it is, I think what hurts that moment for me and why I get so frustrated with Mary Jane is because earlier in the movie when Peter goes to see her backstage, she's talking about did you like it, Peter? You were in the front row, but then she's like, just tell me again.
Yeah.
Because he tries to tell her a little bit about him.
Yeah.
And she just won't let him talk about anything but her.
Yeah.
Every conversation needs to be about her.
I mean, she doesn't have the most confidence because, as you see, she gets kicked out.
I get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like Peter also didn't have a lot of confidence. He's overcame that.
It's true.
As a partner, I would hope that she would be like, hey, how did you get through this? But she doesn't. She's just, it's not about you. It's
Yeah.
about me.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, when is it ever about Peter, Mary Jane? For real. I mean,
Yeah.
name a scene in this movie that's just like her talking about.
She did give up her wedding to be with Peter.
She cheated on. No, that was for her. It was her decision. No, I don't give her any credit for that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because I will give her credit for this though. Throughout the movie, there are moments where they had their spat,
Yeah.
but then Peter finds out about Flint Marko.
Yeah.
And so she comes over and is like, hey,
She
I'm
does.
not here about last night.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
And like, that is very real. Like sometimes you just have to put aside the fight.
Yeah, and be there for the person. I like her the best in this movie. She feels the most real. She just feels like damsel in distress in these. At least she has something to do kind of in this
Yeah.
movie. She also is kind of just getting jerked around and gets kidnapped again at the end.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she feels the most real in
Yeah.
this movie. Not just almost like a prop.
It does feel real. I will give you that. There's nothing that I'm like, it was a writing flaw. No,
Yeah.
it's like all these are character flaws because like in the middle of the movie, you know, when Peter's getting real full of himself, he's
Yeah.
getting real confident. He got the key to the city. He kisses Gwen Stacy.
Yeah,
Come on,
that
Peter.
ain't right.
So Mary
Shouldn't do
Jane's
that.
100% in the right. He's like, why'd you do that,
Yeah.
Peter?
That was our thing. Except that you did it. Exactly.
No, in the previous movie. To
Yeah.
be fair, she was in a relationship. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's
but
just different. Privacy of her home,
that
not
was-
in front of everybody.
all on him in that
Yeah.
moment. So she's definitely in the right. But also, why aren't you telling Peter at any point that you got fired and
Yeah.
you told Harry? Because then I lose all sympathy for her because she goes and hangs out with Harry
Yeah.
and kisses him. And I'm like,
What are you doing?
she drives me nuts because like
Yeah.
I feel like I can't get on her side because she constantly does something that's so selfish.
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry, Mary Jane. I know Peter's being kind of a jerk from time to time, but you're also being a major jerk.
Yeah.
You guys are bad for each other.
Maybe they aren't. And that's what, again, kind of something I like about this. It's taking this almost like kind of fairy tale, kind of just, oh yeah. And this is like making it real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
life is complicated.
Yes, life is complicated. Taking that next step, which this is a perfect segue. Taking that next step to marriage
Yeah.
is a very tough thing.
Whose ring is this?
This is actually Aunt May's ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Ben gave her.
Even though her scene in Spider-Man 2, I think is her best scene in anything. The scene where she gives Peter the ring, I
Yeah.
think hits me the hardest.
Yeah. I really like when she gives the ring back to him because did you notice that he's in shadow the whole time?
And she's out of focus.
She's out of focus and in the light. And she goes, I'll just leave this here for when you need it.
She's just such a constant. She's
She
such
is.
a good, she reminds me of my mamaw, really.
Yeah.
I think that's why
Okay.
this scene gets me is because, so my mamaw recently gave me her dad, so my great grandpa's wedding ring.
Oh.
And it was almost like a nonchalant thing. It was kind of funny. It was like, she just was like, oh, here, I want you to have this. And it was just a random time when I was over.
Yeah.
No fanfare, just handed it to me. And I've heard her tell stories, similar to this, like that Aunt May tells Peter.
Yeah. Of them going to the lake or going to the island and everything.
Rosemary Harris is just such a good storyteller.
Yes. I buy all of it.
You're so
she
sucked
feels
in.
she feels like a real person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because she's like, oh, and Peter, what'd you say? Well, I said no.
Yeah.
Because we were ready. We had to figure that out. And that's a nice foreshadow because Peter's not ready.
Yes.
Just such a good scene, and her the performance is so it's probably not underrated because everybody talks about it, but to me, just small things like when she actually hands it to him, she's got tears in her eyes because you could tell she didn't premeditate this.
Nope. She just felt like it was the right thing to do at the time.
Yeah, and that's so like it wasn't this grand spectacle. She told the story, and then you can see the switch go off in her mind. It's like, I think this is the right time to give him this ring.
Yeah.
And this is a hard thing for me to part with, but it's more important for him in this moment. And so here. Give her this. And the welling up with tears. I'm like, gosh dang it, Aunt May.
Yeah. It's really
so good in everything.
It's really, really good.
We get some other supporting cast members this time around. We didn't talk about him last movie. I can't believe it. J.K. Simmons returning as I'm going to put you on speakerphone. J.K. Simmons returning as J. Jonah Jameson.
He's awesome.
And amazing. That scene in the second movie. Just
yes. Yo, the laughing. Yes.
It's so perfect.
What, are you serious? It's so good.
Oh man.
Yes, I'll give you $50 for it. Yeah,
He
it's
has-
a meat.
His first scene of this movie
Yes.
is friggin' brilliant.
With the desk shaking, it's like his temper and everything.
It's so funny.
It's really, really good.
Thank you. Continue. And then it just ends with like, that's the stupidest idea you've ever heard. And that you've had
Yes.
some doozies.
Yeah, but
And then Eddie Brock slinks in. He's just amazing. I don't have anything else to say about him. He doesn't have a ton to do in this movie, but he's great.
the ending with the kid and with the camera is really good too.
Yeah,
I
just
like all that.
efficient. It's like no time lost, you know.
Nope.
What about the Dickoviches here? They get a couple moments to really flesh out Peter.
They do, and I think that it's even better than how it is in the second movie.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Ursula that she like gets strung along by Tobey Maguire, and that bothers me a lot. That makes me sad. But that scene where he tells him to fix the door, and like Mr. Dickovich doesn't get mad. What's he do? He's a nice boy. There must be something really wrong, and so he lets it go. I like that.
Yeah, good dude.
It's real.
Yeah.
A lot, like, as cheesy as this one is, as ridiculous as this one is, it does for some reason tackle a lot of heavier concepts.
Yeah. Like people are more than their worst moment.
Yes.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about, we have one final kind of new addition, Gwen
Yes.
Stacy.
Gwen did nothing wrong.
Another person that like feels real. She doesn't feel like a mean girl. You know,
No.
she realizes what's going on with Mary Jane.
And then
She's
she
like,
leaves.
oh my gosh.
I really like that. She's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. And then leaves. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I really like that scene where Peter saves her. Yeah, this part.
It's one of the best action scenes in the whole trilogy.
Yeah, that's really fun. That is good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. But I don't have a whole lot to say about Gwen.
Yeah. I mean, there isn't much to say.
My opinion, she didn't do much. She didn't do anything wrong.
Each one of these, there's been a quote.
Yes.
A quote that has really defined the movie and the thesis. Mm-hmm. This film is no different.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't have the tightest writing, I do think it has an incredible theme and an incredible thesis.
Got a little bit of heart.
Yeah. Stings, doesn't it?
Perfection.
Sometimes it do be like that. Sometimes it do really sting, and
Yeah.
you got to, just roll with the punches.
Sometimes that's all you need to do is just you need to look back when life says, hey, stings, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. And you put the best foot forward.
Yeah. It does have a secondary theme too, which
yes,
I think
exactly.
is also
That is
good.
important. Yes. It's almost as good.
Yeah, not quite, but it does get there.
Yeah, you're right.
I said it up top.
Yeah.
This is a Beyond the Dune Sea classic right
Yes.
here. What?
Just as funny. That's all.
What's more Beyond the Dune Sea that you always have a choice? And that's, as much as this movie stumbles, it does always come back to this.
Mm-hmm.
Harry, you had a choice.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what happened. You have a choice to be better.
Yeah.
Eddie, you have a choice.
He does.
I like being bad. It makes me happy.
Yep.
Flint, you've been dealt, I'm not a bad person.
Just dealt a bad hand.
Just had some bad luck.
Yeah.
You can be a better person. Peter, you can be better. And that ultimately, it comes with the finale with Harry making the right choice. But that
Yes.
is such a good lesson. And I know some people take umbrage with like Darth Vader's redemption, and they say like, oh, there's no time to really. He doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
It's not about deserving it. Redemption is not about deserving it, because what a sunk cost fallacy that is. It's like, I've always been a bad person. Might as well continue.
Yeah. Well,
Then you're Eddie Brock.
But here's the other thing too. Sometimes there is no time, and you have to make the right decision at literally the end.
And does that mean nothing?
I guess not. I was going to say with Luke Skywalker, what ends up happening? Oh, Vader saves Luke, so then Luke can in turn save the galaxy. Kind of crazy to think about. Leave mine alone. Be nice to me.
Much like the film itself, it is a tangled web of themes and characters.
Yes. Look at that. That's all I'm trying to do over here. Me, the ever creative. So yes.
I think it's a timeless quote. It's a timeless it's a timeless lesson that we can learn.
For all its faults, I think this movie does have a lot of good to it.
Yeah, it's the most applicable, perhaps.
Yes. Maybe.
Hey, what about that final battle, though?
It's fun. It's so good. Although a lot of it feels like reshoots.
It's definitely not as tight as some of the other finales, but my goodness, is it fun! You know what I respect the most out of this finale? When you see the reporter says, "There's a message in the web."
Yeah.
It says Spider-Man Venom respected the hyphen.
Yeah.
Got to give him credit for
Gotcha.
that.
I liked the font because it looks like the
Like,
90s
nice
comic,
attention
right?
to detail,
yeah, exactly.
right?
Where it's like, oh, okay, you guys know. You know. You've been around the block a little bit.
Thoughts on the team up?
Do you know how Harry Osborn died in the comics?
No, I don't.
They're having their like final confrontation, and Harry leaves Peter in a building. He has paralyzed him, and he leaves him in a building to die because the building's set to explode. And Mary Jane's waiting outside with him. She has his son, and Mary Jane's like, "You're gonna really just let your best friend die?" And he's sitting there, and he's like, "Yes, no, I don't." And then it cuts. And Peter looks up and Harry flies out with him. And then Harry puts him down, and then Harry's heart stops because the new goblin formula is too hard on your body. It makes him even stronger than Norman.
Wow.
And so they die. He dies very similar so this felt like that.
Okay.
So I was like, man, it's messy as all get out, but the heart's there. The idea is there. And I know people are probably yelling at me because they're like, well, what's your problem with Auk? But I feel like he feels too different. And I know, but this is a change, but feels similar enough to how in my mind's eye and how Harry feels in the comics.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it. And again, he says it in the hospital that he's willing to die for his friends.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with him showing up to help.
Great direction and a messy script. Is what I would say. This final moment with Harry, the kind of culmination of all three movies. And what a nice ending. What a nice visual with the sunset.
Yes.
All three friends.
It looks
everything they've been through.
It looks like trash. This somehow this stuff in this movie looks better than the stuff in this. I don't know what's wrong.
It's a CG. I mean,
it's all CG.
Green screen.
It looks like it's all was shot at the very end. Toby looks real weird in the suit. He's standing funny.
Yeah.
He's like standing like this. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
But the heart.
The heart.
The heart.
Well, the other thing.
Osborn,
But look at this.
I know.
And then compare it to this.
I know. It's
how dare you? This looks like Palpatine in Kenobi. It does. It looks like trash.
Whatever.
It is so bad. That shot where he's looking around, looking for Venom, he looks like cosplay. It looks so bad. But yes, I do like this with the final fight. Sandman just disappearing though is weird.
Yeah, like he gets no consequence.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I even like with Harry hitting him with the missiles, he just falls over and that's it. I'm like, why aren't the firefighters like shooting him with water?
Great idea.
Why is it Spider-Man being like, hey, help me out, spray him with water?
Yeah.
Takes care of business.
Half-baked, unfortunately. Half-baked.
Yeah, I know.
I do like the I forgive you moment though. That's nice.
Yes, it's good. I mean, have you ever heard about that alternate ending that was going to happen? When the symbiote explodes, because Eddie's going to die. Eddie dives back into it, right?
Right.
All that's left is a skull.
Wow.
Yeah. And like
That'd
the
have been
skull,
wild.
well, the skull had actually had started getting teeth, like sharp teeth, and like his eyes had started changing because like the suit had like changed him
That's crazy.
and it was like eating him alive basically.
Wow.
Yeah. Very, very Raimi, spooky. Yeah. I don't know. It bothered me a lot when I first watched it with the sound where I'm like, would those pipes really make that loud of a noise? But then I'm like, well, they are in like an abandoned building and there's concrete around.
And Peter's real strong.
I think it could be loud enough now that I've matured while watching this Spider-Man movie that I'm like,
I think
okay.
every man goes through a journey where they mature and realize this movie's peak.
Yeah,
That's it.
There you go.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man films.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. And you can even see it reflected here. A simple, nice story.
Yes.
A little bit more complex.
Yes.
A mess.
A very complex web that we've woven.
Well, then I think it is finally time that we make do on our assignment and deliver Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man his web slinger report card. Thanks to our sponsors, Oscorp, Feast, Joe's Pizza.
Yes.
Out of 5. Seth, what do you think about that suit?
That suit, I think it's 4.
It's a 4?
It's 4. 5 out of 5.
I got to give it a 5 out of 5.
Gotcha.
Because that's the first thing you got to consider when you consider a web slinger. You got to consider the suit.
Yeah.
I think it's
true.
a 5 out of 5.
Gotcha.
I'll admit to a little bit of nostalgia bias, but you know what? That's me.
Gotcha.
Casting.
4 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah. 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire's never sold me.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about casting for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. That's
You know.
why I gave it a 4 out of 5. All the grown-ups are great.
Kirsten Dunst is okay.
Yeah.
So that's like 2 main characters, but Willem Dafoe,
Yeah.
Alfred Molina. Thomas Hayden Church is fine.
Yeah.
Topher Grace, maybe.
J.K. Simmons.
Peak.
Yes.
So I'm at a 3 out of 5.
Okay, gotcha.
Peter Parker Spider-Man. How are they handling that dichotomy?
I think I also have to give it a 4 out of 5.
Wow.
Yeah. I think they do a good job.
I also have 4 out of 5
Okay,
on this
all
one.
right,
I
okay.
think they do a good job balancing the dichotomy of this character.
Yeah.
Villains.
5 out of 5.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
I also have 5 out of 5 because Goblin, Venom, Sandman, that's the rogues gallery
It's
right
true.
there.
And you know what? Even making up for Sandman and Venom that needed a little bit more time. Well, guess what? Harry, and Goblin all...
It's incredible.
It's fine. Yes,
Yeah.
it's fine. And then also, I love that they were sowing the seeds for Lizard going forward. So that's awesome too.
And some John Malkovich as the
Vulture. Yes. That could have been cool.
Effects. Visual effects. Well, any kind of effects.
I think it's great. It's 5 out of 5.
Wow.
Yeah. For the time being, heck yeah.
I'm a little lower on that.
Really?
3 out of 5. I think
Okay.
that we do okay most of the time.
Again, that's a lost art of using the practical with the CG.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I could.
Especially,
okay.
I was going to say, come on, man. I was going to say,
I'll give
the
it a
only
4.
bad stuff really is in 3 because I think they really do lean on it.
But that's part of it.
But again, they only lean on it in the back half of 3. What about 1 and 2 being
it's still
almost
there.
flawless?
It's still there.
Again, that's all I'm saying.
Main theme.
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough said. Web slinging.
4 out of 5. You know what I like about Toby? Toby runs up stuff. The others don't do that. Does that make sense? That he runs up things and then continues his web sling. Also, 3 doesn't even end with a web sling.
No, I know it doesn't.
I know.
What's up
It's
with that?
kinda- I don't know. No final swing.
The swinging's fine for me, but it feels more like transitions than actual parts of the story.
Really?
Yeah.
That one shot though?
Of
Like
of Ock, you mean?
No, well, that, and then I was gonna say in the first one where like it's his drawing and then it goes into the camera.
Oh,
the
that's
swinging.
cool.
That is
Don't
cool.
get me wrong. There are great moments. I just feel like a lot of times when we see the web swinging, it just uses transitional points. I don't know. This is my opinion.
Okay.
Writing and story.
I think 4 out of 5. $3.3?
It's 2/3 of 5.
2/3 of 5. Okay,
Connect
gotcha.
the dots.
Gotcha. All right.
Heart.
5 out of 5. I'll give it that. That's the right answer.
5 out of 5.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Something we haven't discussed yet because we've been waiting.
Yeah,
Stan Lee cameos, because that's an important piece of a Spider-Man story.
it's true. 3 out of 5. He barely even has one.
It's really only the third one.
Yeah.
That he gets a good one.
It's true. And so, but I'll give that a 3.
That brings my grand total. 40.3. That's an 80%. That's a B.
Yeah. And I ended up with 43.
I don't think that's going to make Jameson too happy.
No.
However, I think maybe,
There's an opportunity for extra credit.
yeah, like any good report card, you got to
Yes.
have an opportunity for some
Yes.
extra credit.
There was somebody else that was in all 3 of these movies that had little cameos. Yes. Bruce Campbell.
Mysterio.
Mysterio. None of the
Supposedly.
Quentin Beck. We have the ring announcer, calls him the Amazing Spider-Man.
He does.
We have that mean usher who's in front of the, he makes Peter tie his shoes.
Something's got to be done about
Something's
that
got
usher,
to be
MJ.
done about him. And 3, we have the French host, which
That's my guy.
this is your guy. This is the part which I guess I had never noticed that he takes out his glasses. Hello, how small the diamond is. I did not catch that until this watch. That I guess I just never really thought he was just being weird.
Yeah.
He's so mean. I think that it's either that or I really do like the ring announcer. Him just
fun
go,
too.
man, that sucks. The Amazing Spider-Man. Good stuff.
I'll give it an extra 3 points
3
for
points.
Bruce Campbell.
Look at that. 43.3.
43.3.
Goodness
Do you want
gracious.
to give him any extra credit for Bruce Campbell?
No, that we're like pretty close.
That's a 43. That's an 86%.
Yes.
Almost
Repeating.
a B plus.
Repeating, of course.
Repeating, of course.
Yes.
Almost a B plus if you round up a little bit. Don't think
Yes.
Jameson's going to be too happy about that, but we got to be real.
Yes.
And that's all we got.
3 movies later, hate to say it, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, hero.
Speak of the devil. Daily Bugle.
Don't daily bugle me. I just listened to hours of Spider-Man propaganda.
We just followed the evidence.
The evidence was supposed to make him look bad.
Sorry, Chief. Hero.
Fine. Maybe Raimi got lucky. Boys, it's your lucky day. I have some amazing news. There's another webhead who I know isn't getting off that easily.
There's more?
You've got one more chance. Find me a menace!
We're just getting started.